No, no shame in my game. $100,000 just for me to wear a chain. Spent another 10 for these Cartier frames. Blowing money fast, like money in a thing. She's car talk, Porsche Panamera, G'd up, shot him just for staring. Heavyweights got me riding with a felon. If you get caught, can you say it's for protection? Car talk, Porsche Panamera, G'd up, shot him just for staring. Heavyweights got me riding with a felon. If you get caught, can't say it's for protection. Whole different level of the game now. Niggas out here taking fame over funds high. Wow, not me, I'm just sticking to the code. Running up the numbers till my feet get swole. I remember times I was walking in the snow. I ain't had boots, barely had a roof. Now I order roof Chris, no more Campbell noodle soup. Need to make your choice now, bitch, you getting in the coop. If not, I'ma
Yo, what's good, gang? Yo, what's good, gang, man? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturn Day. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. I know last time I was talking like a motherfucker. I was motherfucking chatting, and it took me forever to get into questions, so we're gonna get into a little Q&A, all right? Just a little chit chat, have a little Astro talk. 111 gold come. Whoa. All right, you got some 8th house energies up in there. You got some 8th house, 5th house, Leo, Scorpio energies with that type of name. The Sabrina 444. Denise, congrats on your engagement, man. Congrats. That's dope. That is dope, man. Keely, Ballmain Breeze, D Henny 25, Sophia Ellie, hope I pronounced that right. Belle Papillon, gotta say that with a little razzle dazzle. I gotta run that back. That's my boy right there. Hey, what? I told you I'd be getting dyslexic when I get on live. Hey, what are some of your favorite Astro books? Guys, I never read an Astro book in my life. I've always been into the zodiac, right? And then once I found out about natal charts, that's when I started. When I found out about natal charts, I started just doing my little research, just like y'all guys be doing. Then I started getting readings. I got 3 readings. 2 from one person and 1 from another person. But when I got my 3rd reading, my intuition was like, man, I could get this shit on my own. So I asked the individual, I asked the astrologer. I should hit that person. I haven't spoke to them since. And I'm like, yo, what do I need to learn? What's the fundamentals? Like, how do I grasp this shit? And he told me, like, yo, this is the basics. Just learn the planets. Just learn the signs. So, guys, it's that simple. This is what I'm covering in my class on my site, helping you guys understand the basics and fundamentals. Astrology is just like anything else. It becomes difficult if you're not understanding what the fundamentals are first. All right, you're always gonna find yourself having to go back to things. So, you guys wanna get your notebook out. Write down everything that you understand about the planets. Write down everything about the frequency vibration of the houses. And then write down everything of the archetype of the signs. When we talk about the archetype, we're talking about the element, the planetary ruler, right? The house that sign comes out of. Because it helps you to understand the characteristics of the zodiac sign if you know what house it comes out of. AKA, Aries comes out the 1st house. We know the 1st house deals with your individuality, your personal outlook, all right? How you personally express yourself, your personal aspirations and goals. So that already gives you a psyche of Aries being the I am, being so invested in their personal ambitions and their personal, accomplishments and aspirations by default. Lets you know they come out the 1st house. So this is why Aries could be a little single-minded. Come out the 1st house. 1st house rule the head. This is why they could be strong-headed, all right? Very durable. They could burst through a lot of turbulence, deal with a lot of transformation. So you want to understand the house they come out of. And when I say the archetype, it's also understanding the planets that's debilitated and falls in that sign. So Aries is ruled by, I'm just using Aries by example. Aries is ruled by Mars, right? The sun is exalted here. So we know it's going to have Mars characteristics: passionate, intentional, direct, blunt, forceful, aggressive, right? And then we have the exaltation, which is also adding on to the characteristics, is the sun. So when we talk about the sun deals with action. All right. These Aries are action oriented. All right. They have a lot of vitality. The body is charged up. The sun deals with expression, action, awareness. So they're aware about other people's actions a lot of the time too, or trying to be aware of other people's actions. But then Saturn falls here, right? Saturn falls here and Venus is debilitated. You could understand the debilitations and the falls by looking at the opposite sign. So the sign that's opposite, look at the sign, the planet that rules that sign and the planet that's exalted in that sign. So what's opposite from Aries? Libra. What planet rules Libra? Venus. So Venus is the debilitation, aka Aries don't deal well with love. They have to understand in this lifetime how to compromise, how to connect with others, how to do things with others, how to relate to others. That's an Achilles heel. That's a natural weakness for an Aries. Makes them feel vulnerable. And then the exaltation of Libra is Saturn. Saturn deals with reality, business, organization, time, patience. Aries don't deal well with that energy neither. So this is everything I'm breaking down. Y'all can go to my YouTube. This was the first series I ever did on my YouTube, the archetype of every zodiac sign. And I also have a debilitation fall series to just go in depth on that. Write down all of that. Write down the archetype for every sign. I've tried to tell y'all, when y'all write things down, it helps the mental, it helps to things to stick. All right. You write all of that down. Like, I think I still have my notebooks writing these things down. I got a whole bunch of shit over here. So yeah, you want to look at those things. And then, guys, is that we in the age of information. Once I realized those were the fundamentals and basics, you know, I started resonating with a whole bunch of other teachers. And then I started taking everything that I was learning from different teachers, different articles, the things that I already knew, you know, the things that I was able to, you know, subconsciously put together just by looking at the energies. Just by writing these things down is going to help you to start understanding the energies of these signs and the planets and the houses. And then you start looking at your house, you see certain planets here. You're going to start subconsciously connecting dots, guys. So once I started gaining more knowledge from studying, now this is the most important part. Applying it to people you know, to your family. You know, reading the charts of your family members, reading the charts of people that you've connected with, of your ex-partners, of people you dated. All right? You want to study the fuck out of them. All right? So you can start seeing real life correlations. It's one thing to just watch what other people are talking about, read things in books. Not saying you're not going to be enlightened in that type of way. You want to exhaust all forms of being educated. But when you start trying to apply what you're learning to the charts of your own and others that you personally know, that's when light bulbs are going to start clicking OD in your head. And then, you know, this is something I've been doing for over a course of years, though. So, you know, people can't just see what I'm expressing or talking and think a lot of this shit was learned overnight. Like, I was investing time into this a minute before I even started talking about this shit on social media. So that's one. But, those are what you really want to do right there. I know Cheryl's recommends a lot of books, so y'all want to tap into Shady Cheryl's. You feel me? If y'all don't know about Cheryl, she's always recommending books a lot of the time. But yeah, I never read an astrology book in my life. I just told myself I need to start reading some goddamn more books. All right, on top of working on my own book. So that's that. I'm telling you guys, you want to break down, you want to get to the fundamentals. You just write them shits down. Simply Tay. I was just about to watch one of your videos. Oh, we on perfect timing. We online. You watching the video? We on video right now. D Henny. Virgo Sun, Scorpio Moon. Oh, so that's a powerful alignment. You're gonna deal with a lot of reserved, introverted energies. But the thing is, Virgo brings the work ethic to the passion that Scorpio has. The Virgo Sun knows how to develop a routine and schedule and know how to move with tact. When it comes to the things that moon in Scorpio is going to want to work on, the passions and motives that it has. As a Scorpio moon, you got Mars by your moon. So you're going to be naturally a determined ass individual. All right. Mars brings a high temperament, an aggressive, forceful temperament to your emotions. All right. So you may deal with deep, heavy, dark emotions. Okay. But when you channel a lot of that into your personal aspirations, especially in the house you have the moon in, You come with so much force as a Scorpio moon, and your Virgo sun is very strategical on how to put these things together. You feel me? So, and that's a stupid investigative type of energy. People can't lie to you with that energy. You know, you're gonna find the truth in things. You're gonna find the answers of things, but it just comes with that introverted like energy, and finding out how to express what is it you're working on. Is one thing that you're gonna be determined and passionate with your natural goals, natural passions and motives. You know, Aries moons, Scorpio moons, Capricorn moons, Mars influenced signs in the moon are gonna be naturally super goal oriented individuals. But that Virgo sun gotta learn to get in the light, express it some more, communicate it some more. All right. The Brooklyn baby just finished your last live. Let's get it, y'all. Uyo Kiru, Sierra the Universe, glow up with cows. I'm gonna answer questions in the box. I just want to shout y'all out. Mindful me, 610 Aquarius. We got gang in the building. Y'all make sure y'all tap in the 610 Aquarius. All right, that's the big homie right there. That's the big esoteric homie right there. Be good 81. Purple Live Star. Oh man, Denise. Oh, you having a baby too? Oh man, congrats. Sending love, sending abundance. All right. That is dope. That is so dope. Sage and Olivia, mommy. I'm going to book something for August. Listen, man, you work in your divine timing. Luckily, we ain't going nowhere. All right. I am damn near almost booked up for August. I wanted to make a little update about it, but I'm just letting people know as they hit me up. Hello, Keita. Star Helmsman in the building. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Star Helmsman. All right. My brother's getting me hooked up right now with some custom pieces. So I'm giving y'all the plug right now. I'm giving y'all the plug right now for the crystal gems and whatnot. So when y'all see me with my new pieces and y'all like, yo, what's good, bro? Like, you're not gonna put me. I'm letting y'all know right now. You better tap in with bro. So they get you right. Shout out to Soul Group. I was just talking about me paying attention to certain teachers. You know, when I say Soul Group, I'm not even talking about my Soul Group. What I'm talking about, I always mention Dolo the Pilot Man, aka the Archangel Uriel, Doelow. All right, learned so much from him. All right, other astrologers I learned a lot from: Astro, Fernando Prudhomme. All right, last name spelled Prudhomme. Fernando's a beast. You feel me? I don't think there's an astrologer online I haven't tapped into for the most part. I'm a sponge with this shit. If there's a teacher out there, I'm trying to connect. I'm in the class. I'm front row with this shit. You feel me? I'm a fucking teacher's pet. But Dolo's that's one of my favorite teachers, period. Not even on just an astrological level, on a metaphysical, spiritual level as well. But yeah, y'all tap in with my brother Star Helmsman, man. Ola G Glover, A2. B Moon Goddess, Chechi. It ain't alive until Chechi's in here. I am Louis Charles Marty. Stupid Kid 69. Leave it up to Nessie. Jassy. Oh yeah, Jassy in the building. We about to get in these energies. We about to get into that build soon, Jassy. Organically Lexi. All right, guys. I'm about to start answering these questions. Samantha Miller, EQ47. All right, we in the building. Nawa Power in the building. All right, my brother's in the building, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap into Nawa Power. He's been going. Listen, they shadow banning my brother. Once you start putting out too much truth, man, the powers that be start eating a bunch of dick. Once you start putting too much truth, the powers that be start doing too much. My brother out here enlightening the collective on everything behind the scenes, you feel me? And yeah, if y'all into crypto and y'all trying to understand how to align spirituality with your damn finances, you need to make sure you tapped into bro. You need to make sure y'all doing that. Charis. All right, we in the building. I'm thinking y'all was going to all be outside. This is Saturday night, y'all. Unfortunately, the only Scorpio energy I got is my Scorpio Vertex. I only got Neptune and Aquarius in the 8th house. So yeah, that Neptune in the 8th house is some shit when we talking about sexually connecting. Neptune deal with the dreams, imagination, fantasy, creativity, all right? Your belief system, all right? And it's very sensitive, empathic like energy. So when you put it in the 8th house, you know, y'all try to take a lot of y'all fantasies to how y'all sexually connect. Y'all get in the bedroom and it be all type of shit in your head. Y'all bringing all type of other tricks out into the bedroom. So yeah, that's some shit by itself. All right, guys. So, bro, can you still look up a person's chart without the birth time? Yeah. When you look up somebody's chart without the birth time, what you're gonna still be able to see the planets. So if you look up, if somebody that's born today, you feel me? If somebody's trying to look up their chart 20 years from now when they're 20 years old and they don't got their birth time, you still gonna be able to see that they got Mars and Venus in Virgo. You're gonna be able to see that they got Mercury in Leo. So you're going to see the planetary placements, but you're not going to know the house system. You're really not going to know that unless you could. I got formulas and methods to find the rising sign, but it's intense because it's like almost like an interview process. Like I gotta at least know if you know what portion of the day you was born. If you at least know if you was born early in the day, in the middle of the day, at nighttime, that helps me out a whole lot. Because the rising sign change every 2 hours. All right. Y'all heard me talk about the planetary hours of the day before. I made a post about this. You know, y'all probably gonna have to a couple of weeks back though to find that. But Instagram need to make like a search engine or something for this. That's Instagram search system sucks. But when it comes into planetary hours, yeah, they move every two hours of the day. You feel me? So, you know, if somebody tells me that, you know, they was born in this portion of the day, like I was born like between, I know it was in the morning. Okay, so I'm gonna interview you. I'm gonna ask you about certain things in your personal life. I'm gonna try to gauge certain things there. And when it comes into, you know, how you feel like you resonate with certain things with your personal life, it's only going to be a couple of signs. If you say you're born in the morning, we got at least to 6 a.m. to like 11 a.m. At least noon. And that's 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12. That's 3 rising signs. So we could nail that shit. We could find that shit. All right. But it gets real tough. It gets real tougher when you don't know at least the time of the day you was born. Or I mean, you don't know like the portion of the day you was born. All right, guys. All right, so I'm gonna answer questions in the box. That keeps it a bit more. You could save the comments for comments, and I'm gonna answer questions in the what's the name. You feel me? Janet Jade, I'm so happy I found your page. I'm so happy we're connected. I consider everybody that finds my page and really appreciates this information as I look at that like we're spiritually connected. That's how I take that shit. That's how I take it. That's why I'm so passionate about building up the community. I know I'm finding soulmates. I know I'm finding soul tribes by default. Whenever you pushing out your spiritual belief system, whenever you pushing out things that you're passionate about, whenever you pushing out things dealing with your dreams, that's all you're doing. You're putting yourself in a space to be able to attract people you spiritually connected to. All right. Once you get too lost in the world, you're going to get connected to a lot of individuals that ain't for you. You're going to find yourself trying to force relationships that ain't for you. So when you talk about spiritual relationships, when you're meeting up with people that you was already spiritually connected with, these are the relationships and the friendships where you're like, yo, what the fuck? I feel like I knew this person. Yeah, motherfucker, y'all been connected. Those are those relationships. So when we talk about love at first sight, that didn't just develop from somebody just like coming out the hat saying that. No, there's some metaphysics behind that shit. When you talk about love at first sight, you feel me? You develop a certain connection with somebody in a previous lifetime. One of you guys transitioned, and now y'all either go a couple of lifetimes or the next lifetime y'all find each other, and it's like the harmony is still there. Y'all just got to get back familiar with your bodies, with your new bodies. The vibration is still there though. So y'all got to understand, this is just like when we say you can't take none of this physical shit with you. You're only taking your vibe, right? So if we know we're taking our spirit with us, if we know we're taking our frequency vibration with us to the next life, everything that's correlating to everything that we're spiritually connected to, emotionally connected to. This is why, guys, y'all have to learn to drop shit. Y'all cannot hold on to negative experiences. Y'all cannot hold on. Y'all have to learn to detach from transformative experiences and just evolve. Because the moment you stay too much in a situation, the moment you don't allow yourself to just be in the present and be open to what's to come, you're not realizing that you're building upon a vibe that you don't really want to take into your future scenarios in this lifetime and into the next lifetime. Shit transforms in your life. You go through a turbulent situation. See what is it that you can learn from it. We have to evolve and move on. You have millions of lifetimes to continue. This is what we do as spirits. We jump into body and we live lives. We experiment. We spiritually expand. So how are we going to be able to continue to spiritually expand if we're always staying, if we allow our emotions and our thoughts to stay on a situation so hard for so long? We blocking so much opportunities. We be in our own detriment to what we can experience. All right. So y'all got to be very conscious of how much y'all focusing or y'all letting things that y'all don't want in y'all lives to dominate your thoughts and emotions. You feel me? Boo, how's your schedule for August? I'm going to schedule something. Right now I'm booked up to like August 20th. All right. So I was really going to, today's the 30th, right? Commas in my bank. Anything's possible, Nick. Yeah, so I'm probably going to make a post tomorrow saying that I'm almost booked out for the month just so people know. But yeah, I knew what you meant. All right, let me get to the bottom of the comments. I just wanted to see what everybody's saying. Yeah, guys. All right, I'm going to the bottom of the comments. So, if I missed a question, I'm hitting the box. Let's get it. So you say cancers are the most powerful in your opinion. Why is that? Okay. So I just said this is a great transition into the Q&A because I was just breaking down how and this is something else y'all got to understand. I got a 2-hour reading on my service. I just seen Nubian Queen say that she want to book 2 different readings. If y'all want to book the 2-hour reading, y'all don't need to book any other reading. Whatever other reading you wanted to book, whether it's a career consultation, twin flame love potential, we're going to cover that in that 2 hours. So you don't need to book that separately. All right. So that's just something, y'all, just to throw that out there for anybody interested. Anyways, so you say cancers are the most powerful in your opinion. Why is that? All right. So I just mentioned that we're spirits and bodies, right? This is what we do. All right. There's a spirits jump into plant bodies. Spirits jump into animal bodies. Spirits jump into celestial bodies. If y'all go ahead and Google right now what a planet is, it's going to have the definition a celestial body. But it has to have a spirit in there. All right? A spirit is in there. So when we're looking at the sun and shit and there's energies going in and out them bodies. All right? AKA y'all may have heard this is not the same sun from 2012 or we got a new sun 2012 or this ain't the same sun from however many years ago. Like, yes, that's true. They're different spirits inhibiting these bodies. Okay. And that's what we working on doing right now. That's what we're working on doing. The fact that you in a human body is letting you know that you came from a different existence. It lets you know that you mastered the animal level. You mastered, the more lower dimensional levels of existence, aka bacterias, plasmas, all right, insects, animals. This is why when us being in this goddamn human body, we're so close to animal-like natures. This is why y'all always hear me talk about our sexual desires, right? Our animalistic lower desires, because we're just evolving from that nature. So a lot of us is still moving in our animalistic ways down here. Okay, so we trying to get into higher bodies. We trying to become stars again. We're already natural. We are stars. Everybody's already a star. But we're trying to evolve. We're trying to move up on the spiritual scale. You feel me? And I don't even want to use up. We're trying to expand. All right, we're trying to spiritually expand. The bigger the spirit, the bigger the body. So a lot of us, I consider everybody in this chat, all of us is learning so much in this lifetime that we're not going to be able to come back in a human body. Our spirit got too big. We learned too much. All right. We gained too much wisdom and experience. Your spirit too big to fit in a human body. You got to move on. You got to go to the next dimension. You got to take another body. So when we're looking at the moon, when we're spirits coming into this realm, right? When we're spirits coming into this realm and we're ready to experience the earth realm and whatnot, we're about to jump into human bodies. When we're signing our contracts and whatnot, when we're about to come here, We're picking our tools. We're seeing what we're going to use as far as our sun sign, our moon sign, our Mercury sign. And the moon is the first chakra. The moon is the first thing that you're picking because it connects to your vibration. It connects to your past life. It connects to your Akashic records. It deals with memory. It deals with time. All right. So that's the first thing you deal with. This is why I'm always saying the moon is the most important energy, because that's your internal. The sun is just hiding it. The sun can play out as an illusion a lot of the time. This is why, especially if you have the sun square moon, sun opposite moon, you may get into relationships and you may get called bipolar, wishy-washy, because your partner got gassed up from a lot of your sun energy. And when they started connecting to you, they see your moon. They're like, yo, what the fuck? This ain't too much like what I was seeing, what I was picking up on. Now when I see how you react to things, how you deal with the emotion, how you deal with solitude, what bothers you and what makes you comfortable, it ain't necessarily what your sun is dealing with. All right? But overall, the fact that Cancers are the most powerful because they ruled by the goddamn moon. All right? So the more we understand the energy of the moon, how powerful it is, the moon is the heart of the solar system. The moon is wherever the moon is at. This is the emotion of the world. So right now the moon is in Taurus. So the moon is having more of a practical, stable emotion, temperament right now. The whole world may be focused on their self-esteem, what they're trying to grow, their capabilities, what they have, looking in the mirror, seeing what they have. Taurus is the I have. Second house, this is the I have. This is where the moon is at right now. So it's making us naturally connect to that. All right. So Cancers, this is why Cancers, you feel me, they could this is why Cancers are considered the most powerful sign, because they're learning how to they're understanding how to deal with the emotional stability and how to direct their emotional intention. You feel me? The more Cancers learn to understand not to care for the things that they don't want to be in their life and how to put more care into the things that they do want in their life, they reel it in like it's no problem. But because they dealing with so much emotion, because they dealing with such a strong energy, it's overwhelming to them sometimes. Yeah, for people that are not Cancers, they don't really understand what Cancers are feeling, what they're dealing with. This is why they're so on guard with the emotions of what makes them comfortable or uncomfortable. The house that you guys have the moon in, you're naturally attracting in that house, all right? And you're being influenced to connect to that house. You're already building emotional connections in that house. So when we're looking at Cancer, when they come into this realm, when it comes to their actions or what they're paying attention to, they have moon energy. AKA, so when they express themselves, we feel them so much. We feel them more than they think that we feel them. They have such an impact. And when they're paying attention to things, they reel them in quicker, especially the Cancer moons. Cancer moons, in my opinion, is really the most powerful ones. Cancer sun is powerful as shit too. It's both powerful ass energies. But, you know, they both are dealing with acts of Cancer. Cancers they get used to understanding, if they think about something for so long, they know they're going to manifest a situation dealing with it. But it become regular to them. They don't be looking at it like it's some spiritual shit. AKA, if they know they think about somebody a lot, they about to call them. Cancers got to make sure that they don't. Yeah, right, Stella? Cancer, sun, moon, and risings. If you're a Cancer rising, the moon rules your chart. It rules your chart, rules your first house. So you start manifesting crazy in your first house, positively or negatively. This is the thing here. That's why Cancers have to understand where their emotions are at. I like to use 50 Cent. As an example. So Cancers, you guys can care about things that y'all don't care about and keep manifesting that situation. So 50 Cent, you feel me? He stay on motherfuckers' asses. He'll fucking bully Ja Rule for 20 years straight. He'll bully he don't give a fuck about these niggas, but he still care about it. You feel me? So Cancers, you guys could be dealing with situations in your life that frustrate you, that you know you don't want to connect to, you know you don't want it in your space. Y'all got to make sure y'all stop caring about it. Y'all got to make sure y'all stop thinking about it. Detach from it. Or you're going to keep manifesting that situation. And y'all subconsciously know y'all doing that. But once again, It sounds easy, right? What I'm saying sounds so simple to anybody else to do. All right, why the fuck the Cancers just don't stop feeling on it? All right, you're not a Cancer. You don't understand. You don't got that type of moon energy. You won't get it. All right? It's too overwhelming. The heart chakra it makes the heart chakra too goddamn intense. You feel me? So Cancers, we all could take our manifestation abilities to godlike levels. It's just that Cancers are kind of the most gifted ones dealing with it. They're kind of the most listen, you know how many Cancers I know? You know how many Cancers I know were single and they wanted to be in relationships? And it just took a couple of months later or a year later, whatever, and they manifested the exact relationship they wanted to be in. Or the exact relationship that matches their emotional stability. So this trickles into anything that they dealing with their aspirations or whatnot. And then once again, when with the Cancer sun, they don't know how strong their expression is. So when it comes to their music, they're not understanding that we're feeling it that much. When we having an argument with a Cancer and they say certain things, they don't know sometimes the impact of it. Now, as they develop more emotional intelligence, they start to understand this though. They start to understand later in life, like, this is why they don't even be wanting to be in certain situations, because they know some people can't even handle their shit. You feel me? They don't want to be cursing people out. They don't want to be fighting people because they scared they might kill somebody. You feel me? Their heart chakra, their emotions get overly invested in what is it the intention is. So yeah, Cancer, this is why they're the most powerful sign. That's why you're going to hear most motherfucking astrologers say this, that know what they talking about, okay? And then it's really more powerful with the Cancer moon. It's really more powerful there because the moon is home here. So you'll have Cancer suns are, once again, they're more of the crybabies. The Cancer suns are the ones that probably they get frustrated the most with the emotion. Okay, Cancer moons are more understanding of the subconscious, come up a little bit more wiser dealing with the emotions. The Cancer, you put Cancer sun and Cancer moon in the same place, in the same moon, the Cancer moon might be like, somebody get me the fuck out of here, because I can't deal with this motherfucker. They doing too much with the emotions. You feel me? That's how the Cancer moon might come off. So the Cancer sun is learning to channel that shit, is learning how to take action on it, is always paying attention to their emotions or whatnot. The Cancer moon is more kind of dealing with a bit more intuition and understanding what decisions and shit to make, and develops an emotional intelligence a bit quicker than the Cancer sun. All right, so that's what you're dealing with there. So fast I'll make someone call me just to, Yep. Jupiter in Cancer is very strong too, because Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So you guys are developing emotional intelligence almost at the same pace the Cancer moon is. Because what we know Jupiter does, we know Jupiter places us in circumstances to help us spiritually expand. So when you got Jupiter in Cancer, is exalted here. So it becomes a hungry ass student when it comes to the emotions and the subconscious and why it feels this way and feels that way. So when I see people that chose to come into the world and they're part of the Jupiter in Cancer generation, Jupiter in Sagittarius generation, Jupiter in Pisces generation, yeah, y'all some super intuitive individuals, and y'all attract a lot of lessons, a lot of intense lessons with that energy early in life. So Jupiter in Cancer, Jupiter in the 4th house, their home environment is nothing regular. Is nothing regular at all, because they're dealing with so much learning here. So they end up being able to help anybody with the goddamn subconscious and the emotions. They end up being able to be natural counselors, psychiatrists, and teachers because of what they experience with the emotions. But the fact that it's not just because they experienced it, because they're willing to do the work. They're already naturally influenced to see what it means. Jupiter deals with what things mean, asking why, learning, being studious. So if you got in Cancer, this person is trying to understand moon energy, emotion energy on all levels. They could get the Cancer moons do this better than the suns, but the suns may do this. The suns do it too. But the Cancer moons, Jupiter in Cancer, Jupiter in the 4th house, when they get their heart broke, they gonna sink into the emotion. But they start to try to figure out what the fuck attracted that situation and why, how to prevent it. They dissect it on all different types of levels. Vice versa, when they in some of the most blissful moments of their life, they're trying to understand, damn, what made me feel this happy? It's emotions on all levels. That shit get deep. Right, Sierra the universe. Right. Right. What does natal Pluto retrograde and North Node retrograde bring? Pluto retrograde, you're always going to be, whatever house Pluto's in, you're always going to be influenced to transform things in that house and evolve. Whatever house we have Pluto in, that's what we're learning how to do. But the fact that it's retrograde, you know, you're going to deal with a lot of replay scenarios. A lot of times you have to stop and take your time and revise when it comes to things that you need to put expiration dates on. So you're always going to be getting, you know, more intense situations, understanding how to put expiration dates, cut off things in that house to help you evolve. Pluto don't like staying stagnant. Pluto don't like staying stagnant. It don't like hesitating. And it don't like when you hold yourself back from evolving and, you know, growing. So it'll put you through certain harsh circumstances to get you to understand that you got to cut this off so we can grow some more. And if you don't do it, it'll be transformative. So the fact that your shit is retrograde, you may feel like you're dealing with the same scenarios over and over and over and over and over in that house that you got Pluto in. North Node retrograde, you could deal with extra vulnerability in the house and sign that you have North Node in. All right. So let's say you got North Node in Leo. Let me see. Did you even say the sign? Okay, Gemini North Node. When you got Gemini North Node, the South Node in Sagittarius, so you was already kind of spiritually inclined in your previous lifetime, or you had developed a lot of wisdom about certain energies in your previous lifetime. Now you got the North Node in Gemini. You're gonna be pushed into a lot of experiences in this lifetime to learn how to interact that shit, to learn how to relate it, communicate it. You may have been pushed in so many circumstances in this life where you feel like you're the source of information. All right, with Gemini North Node, you're like, damn, why the fuck everybody got to come to me and I got to be the fucking encyclopedia? Why I got to be motherfucking enlighten everybody? And I got to be what the fuck people see in me that they feel like I'm the one to always give them information. You got a Sagittarius South Node and you got a North Node in Gemini pushing you to be the informative one. You got to embrace Gemini North Node. You got to embrace. See, I'm a Gemini South Node. So we doing the opposite thing. So you feel me? Gemini North Node, you have to embrace being the one to connect and relate all these energy, but it feel vulnerable at times. It's like, damn, like, I don't give a fuck about it. I don't be caring about communicating and relating things to other individuals at times, but people always pushing me into them scenarios. And then the thing about Sagittarius South Node, once again, you already had certain knowledge and wisdom and philosophies. So now in this lifetime, it's like you got to be more technical with it. You got to apply that shit to reality. You can't be so philosophically based. You can't be so in the air with it. You're being forced in situations to learn how to use it and interact it with others and connect your knowledge and wisdom and information with others. You feel me? So it's retrograde, aka you're going to deal with a lot of the same replay scenarios with the North Node in there, with the North Node in Gemini. And you're going to have to learn how to look at your past. All right, let's say you manifest a situation. Let's say you manifest a situation with the North Node in Gemini where you was pushed to your boss picked you at work to lead a presentation because they felt like you was the most knowledgeable, informative one. And you like, God damn, all the motherfuckers here, you pick me. I don't even get paid enough for this shit. So he picked you for that shit. But let's say there was a time where you did a group work in school or in college before you landed this job and you was picked to be the one to be the informative one to lead a group presentation or something. You fucked up with the North Node in Gemini. All right. Or you or you just remember how vulnerable you felt doing that shit, how scary and nervous it might have felt. With the North Node being retrograde, it's going to make that previous time so intense. It's going to be damn near impossible to do this again without harping on that previous time. So retrograde energy is pushing you to use that previous energy to help you catapult yourself forward and, maximize your potential of doing it more successfully in the present. Okay, but that shit get tough with, it get tough there. All of our North Node energies is tough, y'all. All of it is tough. We're spirits and bodies that come here to experience new things. That's literally, like, people ask what my purpose is. What am I here for? That's literally the bottom line of it for all of us. We're coming here to learn and create. Those are the two top things you're here to do. So people that's not into astrology, that don't got no spiritual beliefs, if they're just hungry to create, if they're just hungry to experience and experiment new things, they're going to fall into their spiritual path by default. Because that's what we're doing that spirit. What y'all think about it? What do y'all really think we coming into bodies to do? We say things so cliche, but we have to understand that we have to dissect the shit. Like, we all in this chat, everybody here spiritually inclined. So we all be saying shit like, oh, I'm just a spirit and going through a human experience. What does that really mean? What does that really mean? When you're a spirit, you're not experiencing. You're not experiencing, aka you're not really learning. You're just stagnant. You're just an energy. So if you come into a body that's just showing you here to learn some more, grow as a spirit, elevate your frequency vibration, and then that you just take that into the next body, and then take that into the next body, and take that into the next body. We've been doing this forever. This is just how life is. This is just what the fuck it is. This is why, I've learned, and I try to teach you guys to not give a fuck about a lot of things that happens in life. Y'all don't even remember some of the craziest shit. Listen, y'all done all experienced the most crazy shit y'all could think of. Y'all all done been murdered crazy. Y'all all done been through crazy ass situations in your life. You probably was a murderer. You, like, all type of shit done happened. There's nothing that ain't really happened to you yet. You done went through it all. But we don't remember these things like that. We don't remember these things like that. We start thinking that everything that's going on in this lifetime is the end all and be all. No, it's a continuous motion of life, a continuous motion of learning. So the more you're able to just take what you got to take from experience and move on, I don't want to say accelerating, but you're allowing yourself to soak up as much as you can in this one experience. You feel me? You're allowing yourself to soak up as much as you can, instead of when you transition, you're like, damn, why the fuck did I stay on that heartbreak so long? Or why the fuck when I had that big ass career goal, but when I feel me, I had that vulnerable moment when I fucked up that one time. Why did I let that shit stop me? And this is one lifetime. Alright, let me get back in the body. So yeah, Stella Mays just said, she remembers some of her shit. We're naturally going to pick up on a lot of things. We have south nodes, we have a moon. So we're naturally going to pick up on certain things that we feel like we've been doing already. AKA where your south node is at. AKA if you have stelliums, that you was most likely really busy in this house already. AKA, you feel me? These are some of the energies I'm looking at when I'm doing past life readings. I'm seeing what squares and oppositions is hitting your moon. Because if you got squares and oppositions hitting your moon, then that's letting me know this is something that you have to learn to connect to and react to. And you may not have been doing that in a previous life. The house that your sun is in. This house was not in your awareness your previous lifetime. So it starts to show me that. All right. So that's what we're dealing with, the North Node retrograde. Sag, Pluto in the 6th house. You got the Pluto and Sagittarius generation. Y'all teaching the world how to bring transformation from your knowledge and wisdom. Y'all teaching the world, all of y'all you got Pluto and Sagittarius, all of y'all are examples of how you should develop your own spiritual perspectives, morals, and ethics based off of what transformed you in life, and how you can use your experiences to transform y'all. Period. And you got it in the 6th house. So you're learning a whole lot on how to bring transformation to your life based off of how you deal with scheduling, routining, organization. The way you schedule and work on things goes through a lot of transformations. You got to be careful with Pluto in the 6th house. You can get taken advantage of and manipulated in the work field a lot of the time. You got to be careful. Motherfuckers ain't doing that. AKA, you got to learn how to put expiration dates on certain places that you're at, that you work at. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. So, yeah, that's the Pluto and Sag generation, you feel me? But it brings a lot of transformations. You're going to be real intentional. You're going to have a lot of goals in that 6th house. It's going to be a lot of things that you go through in the 6th house that change you. AKA, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot that you experience at work. Or a lot of struggles, power struggles you may deal with. Power and control issues you may deal with. Trying to work on things. You may have to fight for what you want to work on. AKA, it might bother your parents, your family environment, clash with your relationships. You may have disturbances in your neighborhood or in your environment, or whatnot, that clash with how you want your schedule to be, how you want to routine things, and you have to learn to fight for it. I like to say you have to learn to fight for things in the house that you have Mars and Pluto in. So that's what you got going on there. And then you got Saturn in the 12th house. So Saturn in the 12th house has to learn to use their dreams, has to learn to use their creative endeavors, their subconscious, their intuition, their belief system. You have to learn to invest time into these things to work them into reality. Saturn, in whatever house Saturn is in, Saturn is the I use. It's the master builder. And it rules time. So it brings all that influence in the house. So when it's in the 12th house, it's like, all right, what's there here to use? Creativity, okay. Some talents, okay. Okay, some knowledge and wisdom here and some experiences, okay. Okay. Some dreams, okay. Some emotions, okay. That's what Saturn got to use to build in this reality. AKA, you're going to have ideas to invest time into your imagination. You're going to have ideas to invest into your dreams. You're going to constantly feel like you need to be working your fantasies and imagination into reality. It's up to you not to restrict that in yourself in a negative way and find ways to restrict everything that don't support that, so it helps you invest time into that. But that's what Saturn is doing in that 12th house. That's what it's trying to learn. Any advice for a Capricorn Venus in the 8th house? So with Venus in the 8th house, I got Venus in the 8th house. You know, when it comes to our love, we're going to go through a lot of transformations. Because the 8th house is so deep, dark, nasty, secretive, deals with hidden agendas, is transformative. There's a lot of monsters and demons in that house. So when you got your love there, that shit is vulnerable. Like, your love gets transformed a lot. You connect with individuals with hidden agendas. You may be the individual that deals with a lot of toxicity, your damn self, or hidden agendas when connecting with others. So shit, it's both ways. Venus in 8th house people can be manipulative and could be very secretive in their relationships. And overall, it's going to feel more comfortable having private relationships. Venus, anything that's in that 8th house or in Scorpio gets hidden. It's hard to, the sun in Scorpio is hard to hide your actions there because the sun brings light. But if you got Venus in that Scorpio or Venus in the 8th house, it's hard to size up how you deal with your love, what you love. You keep all that shit private. We don't be knowing what you do in your relationship life. You feel me? Who you dating now? We don't know none of that shit. We don't know until you fucking married. You feel me? We don't know none of that shit. Thank you, Black. Thank you, Britt. Appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all tap into Black Yogini. She's been dropping gems on her account, on her page since the day we connected. You feel me? I hope all is well, Britt. So when you're looking at that Venus in the 8th house, it's a very vulnerable place to have Venus. That gotta look at Venus as a young girl, all right? And she's learning to appreciate herself. She's learning how to deal with love. She's trying to look up to the moon to understand how to deal with the emotions. So if you got Venus in such a vulnerable place, you know, a lot of the times the 8th house also deal with temptations, desires. So a lot of the times you can develop badass habits here, bad sexual habits here, okay? You might get prone to doing things sexually. You know, you so open to doing things sexually. You having raw sex. You just having unprotected sex with anybody. You get motherfucking pregnant here quick. Catch STDs here quick. Like, that's the real raw spliggity diggity with Venus in the 8th house to keep it a whole rack with y'all. Venus in 8th houses, Venus and Scorpios, they have experienced a lot of transformation with their goddamn relationship life and what they love. Yes. What the fuck do I be talking to y'all about my goddamn love life? I be telling y'all I'm fucking celibate right now. So that's just letting y'all know that I'm fasting from a crazy life of dealing with fucking sex and love. Just being transparent. All right? Venus and 8th house people will try to manipulate you with sex, or you will receive situations getting manipulated with people trying to manipulate you based off your desires, your temptations. Okay? Thank you, Britt. She said, especially with people in Chiron in the 8th. Chiron in the 8th, man. Chiron in the 8th. I got motherfucking Chiron in the fucking 8th. You feel me? So, you feel me? In Virgo. So that shit. Chiron in the 8th will do, like, crazy shit happen with Chiron in the 8th house when it comes to we talking about sex and sexually connecting. You fuck around, have a relationship, you cheat on your partner for the first time. Your partner always cheating on you. You cheat on them for the first time. You get pregnant. Like, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, damn. I didn't even really want to do that shit. My desires and temptations just transformed my whole life. You feel me? So I really just shout out all the negatives. Like let's get the shadow work energies out the way. Let's get the shadow work energies out the way. Positive side. These individuals is gonna find love and appreciation with what we're doing right now, with spirituality, with the occult life. Okay? They're gonna be connected to that shit. Alright? Venus in the 8th house, they love passionately, they love intensely. So when this person is in a healthy state with their love and their habits and their desires, and they're learning to control them, not be controlled by them, expect this person to love you on some real intense shit. Expect this person to be there for you. You feel me? But it just gets a little shaky here. Venus don't like to be here. So when we talk about planets that are places that they don't like to be, shit gets shaky. All right? We deal with a lot of crazy shit in that house. And then you got it in Capricorn. All right? So Venus in Capricorn, that energy, remember, earth signs don't really deal with emotions. So when you got Venus in the earth sign, you start expressing your emotion from more practical ways. Things dealing with material, possessions, real reserved. All right? I seen a post that said, it said, like, tell me you love me. And then it said Aquarius. Like somebody's asking Aquarius, tell me you love me. And it said Aquarius. I told you I loved you 2 weeks ago. Ain't nothing changed since then. That's Venus and Earth type shit. Like, why are you forcing me to express emotions and connect them? Like, god damn, you're doing too much. That makes Venus and Earth signs uncomfortable at times. All right? So, when you got Venus in Capricorn, what you end up loving and appreciating is building structure and stability, dealing with reality, getting to the bag. So when you got Venus in Capricorn, that's what you start to want to attract in your relationships. A stable partner, a relationship that make you feel stable. Possibly may want to attract a partner that has resources that you could build a family with. You feel like you're going to be structured with this person and organized. All right. Somebody that can help you with what you're building. Venus in Capricorn. And Venus in Capricorn is how they end up showing they love a lot of the times. If you're dealing with a person that they have Venus in Capricorn, you could tell how much they really invested in you, or how much they really like you, or possibly love you based off how they're helping you build things in your life. So if you trying to get your driver's license, they're gonna be like, all right, come on, I'm gonna teach you how to drive. If they trying to anything that you need to do, you about to travel out overseas and you need a passport, they helping you do that. Like, all right, let's just go online. I think you could do it online. They helping you be structured and organized. Venus and Capricorn. You got a business, they helping seeing what resources you need. They trying to understand how they can help you build that. That's how they show they love. All right, I gotta remember, Capricorn is one of the most reserved, non-give a fuck signs about the emotions. At least Virgo gonna show some emotion. Virgo's gonna show the most emotion out the earth signs. Taurus is ruled by Venus. They gonna show some love. It's just that it's a little hard for them to express it too. All right, it's a little hard for them to express that shit too. Virgos can express their shit in extremes. All right, because Venus is debilitated in Virgo, so by default they can overcompensate what they love. So you're not gonna date a Virgo and not know where they stand with you with their emotions. They're gonna be reserved, but they're gonna make sure that they fucking with you. You gonna know that. Taurus, you gonna know they're the main ones that bring resources into the equation. They're the main ones that gift you with certain things. They're the main ones that, I think I said this in another live, like Venus in Taurus gonna leave a little note for you. Gonna leave $50, go get your haircut, boo. Leave a little blunt. I left a meal in the microwave. That's like Venus and Taurus shit. They ain't gonna really express it like that, communicate it like that, but you feel me? That's how they do. So yeah, Venus and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Capricorns ain't really into emotions, and it's funny because they really sensitive, but the exterior energy, the archetype comes off being all sturdy and built. But once you realize how sensitive a Capricorn is, or a Venus in Capricorn is, once they start catching feelings. More so Capricorn sun moons, you feel me? You start realizing how sensitive they is, because their life is kind of used to being too sturdy, too realistic, too grounded, too dry, too work oriented. They be fatigued, so they be a little restless. So when they start dealing with somebody that helps them feel a bit comfortable, when they deal with somebody that helps them tap into at least, some of that opposite Cancer energy, somebody nurturing, the Capricorn start realizing like, damn, this shit ain't too shabby. Shit, all right, let me tell this motherfucker I love him so I can kind of keep this shit around a little bit. You feel me? But don't be telling me when to tell you that shit though. I say it when I want to say it. That's a Capricorn, especially Capricorn moon for you. All day. Y'all know I can tell you about this shit all day. You feel me? So you dealing with that vulnerability of love, bro. You can be real hidden with your love. It's almost that Venus in 8th house is like once somebody tells you about their emotions, you start thinking, Venus in the 8th house, you start thinking, damn, how much of my feelings should I give up? They just told me they love me. I'm gonna just tell them I feel them, or like I'm gonna just try to find a way to say I love them without saying I love them. Like, oh word, shit, that's crazy, and you end up fucking it up. You end up fucking it up with Venus in the 8th house. Like, you could have just said you love them back because you do, but you end up saying some other dumb shit. Like, oh word, you love me? Damn, you like the third person that loved me before. You try to play it off, say something, and have just to throw the psyche of the partner off. The 8th house, water house, is deal with psychology and shit. So Venus start getting tricky, trying to throw the psyche off of the person, so they feel like they don't have to be in the spotlight. Remember, 8th house is behind the scenes, it's hidden. So it starts to feel like it has to do things to be more strategical with his emotions, and it never wants to be the one giving up the most emotions. Venus in Scorpio, Venus in 8th house, they never want to be the one that is the one having to exert the most emotion, or like they want to make sure their partner is leading that shit, and then they could just sprinkle little some here and there just to keep the partner to know that there's some emotion there. Some people dating Scorpios, man. Like I done mentioned the shit about the Scorpios a whole bunch of times when it comes to love. You got Scorpios out here, man, especially Scorpio moons. Is just like certain signs you just can't press up on them about emotion and love. Like, you have to be easy. You have to let them come into it. All right? I'm a Libra sun. That's what my shit look like. I look like I'm invested in that love shit and all of that shit, but I'm a Capricorn moon. So once you start dating me and you get me into relationships, like the moment that you don't let me push that shit out and you like, babe, tell me you miss me, and babe, like, I'm like, all right, you doing too much. You was doing too much. You making me feel highly uncomfortable right now. Because I feel like that's something I got to work on. I'm already working on a lot of shit in my life. I don't want to have to work on love, all right? I want that shit to flow. I don't need that to be another responsibility, a.k.a. Capricorns, Venus and Capricorns, Venus in 8th house, Scorpio moons. You feel me? Aquarius is. Goodness gracious. Right before I got on live, I was going to make a tweet about signs. Y'all know how I'll be doing tweets like most this, most that, and I'll put all the placements on all the signs. I was going to put signs that could deal with long distance relationships. Aquarius all day, every day. Aquarius all day, every day. But y'all already knew that shit. Capricorns are more sensitive than Aquarius. They're both ruled by Saturn. But Capricorns are more sensitive than Aquarius. They're Earth. Earth signs are the feminine signs. All right? So, yeah, Earth signs, we come off all rocky and shit. All sturdy. We some little sensitive motherfuckers. All right? Low key. All right? So that's what you got going on, bro. And then just having Capricorn in the 8th house, wherever Capricorn is at in your chart, you're building there. You're learning how to structure and organize. So you be doing a lot of work with the emotions already. You're already doing a lot of fucking construction work. The 8th house is damn near the emotional construction work house because it's fixed water. So Scorpios are always going through transformations with the emotions, seeing how to transform their emotions. AKA, just like I said, when you tell a Scorpio or Venus in the 8th house person you love them, they in their head like, damn, what strategy do I come up with right now to not be so vulnerable? Because if I just tell them I love them back, like, I'm in a super vulnerable state. They can't just know that off the rip just because they love me. Like, this is how they thinking. This is how Scorpio moons, This is how they thinking. Venus in the 8th house, Venus in Scorpio, Venus in Aries. I don't know how I left Aries out of this one. Oh my God, don't push up on the Aries about love and shit and emotions. Don't do that with a Venus in Aries. These things push these signs away, guys. You pushing up too much emotion and love on Aquarius, on the Capricorn, on the Scorpio, on the Aries. Virgos are appreciated. Virgos don't mind. Like, yeah, show me. Because they... Virgos don't mind. Virgos appreciate that shit. Show me how much. Because once again, Venus is debilitated in Virgo. So Virgos are always going to feel like they don't get love. Virgos is always going to feel unappreciated. Virgos is always going to feel like, they didn't get nurtured and they the nurturers. Which they are motherfucking nurturers. Underrated nurturers. I love me fucking Virgos. You feel me? Y'all tick me off. Y'all tick me off at times, but I love y'all. I love y'all at y'all core nature of who y'all are. You feel me? Super big hearts. If anything, I be trying to tell y'all, chill with y'all having big ass hearts, because I don't be wanting people to take advantage of y'all. You feel me? But y'all got to go through what y'all got to go through with y'all debilitation. Y'all have to learn. And this, a lot of y'all Virgos, Venus and Virgos, we got Venus and Virgo right now. So a lot of us is understanding what true love is. AKA who really helps us build, who really helps us structure things, who really plays out as a support system. We're all learning that right now, Venus and Virgo. So when you look at a life of a Virgo or a Venus and Virgo person, they have to go through a filtering system to the point that when they start receiving love, they question the fuck out that shit. Because it's something that they not used to. So their partner is going to have to, if you're dating a Virgo, especially a Venus and Virgo, you're going to have to work with them a little bit. There's going to be times that you express emotion or express how you feel with them, and you thinking they're going to just say, I love you back, or you thinking they're going to, especially if you're an air sign like us, we like to assume things. We like to think we know how to make people say things based off of what we're going to say. Like, I'm going to say this. I know she's going to say that right after. And then we be fucked up when the person don't reply like that. But we do that shit a whole lot. Leos do that shit too. But when we look at the Virgo energy, the Venus, you may think you're about to say something about your emotions or love to the Venus and Virgo or the Virgo, and it's like when you give them that emotion, when you show that appreciation, it's like what the fuck is this? Is they trying to psych me up? Is this a game? Is they trying to manipulate me? I mean, this person already know I love them. They already know I'm emotionally invested in them. Are they playing me by saying that shit back? It's like, nah, I love you too. Like, I ain't cheating on you. I haven't done nothing. We've been dating for a year and a half. Like, why are you thinking that now? Just because I'm saying I love you for the first time? Like, that's that vulnerability Virgos start dealing with. A lot of Virgos deal with a lot of turbulent, especially Virgo risings. Virgo risings, they got that. Virgo risings, they deal with a lot of turbulence in the home at times. All right? So it's just like they grow up not really understanding what love is, to the point they get it. Their Mercury flies through the roof when they get love, aka they get super critical, super analytical. You tell a Virgo you love them, you thought they was on your ass before that. Now once you tell the Virgo, this works with Scorpios too. It works with Scorpios too, but not to the degree with Virgos. Once you tell the Virgo you love them, they about to be so critical about you, because it turns into, all right, this is an opportunity for love. This is an opportunity for harmonious connection. I got to make sure this shit lasts. I got to make sure I could reel this motherfucker in. It's like they fishing. You feel me? So it's like I got to do what I got to do to make sure this love stay here. So now you got the Virgo on top of you. Now the Virgo just upped their research on who you used to date in the past. If you really is who you say you is. More emotion, more motherfucking vulnerability, and more discernment. That's what all the debilitated Venus signs. Aries, Scorpio, Virgos. Scorpios and Aries just got Mars energy, so they got more I don't give a fuck energy. They got more I'll give up on this love. Like, I'll give up on this shit if you try to play me. The moment I start thinking you try to play me, don't think I'm about to lose my life and be hella sacrificial over no love shit. That's how Mars take that shit. Mars be having them signs, Aries and Scorpios, or Venus in Aries, Venus in Scorpios, thinking like that. It's like, if this individual play me, then I'm gonna make sure they know that it's their loss. It's not my fucking loss. So this is why Aries and Scorpios, Venus in Aries, Venus in Scorpios, Venus in the first house, Venus in the 8th house, could be real triggered or on guard with they love. Feel like somebody always about to play them, because that's Mars being too defensive. That's Mars being too... Mars want to fight. Mars want to fight, y'all. It wants confrontation. So Venus in this sign, when it starts dealing with love, they feel like, okay, I hope I don't gotta fuck nobody up over love. I hope I don't gotta kill nobody over no damn love. I hope I don't gotta fight no exes, no family members. I hope I don't gotta kill you because you made me love your ass. That's Mars energy. Get vulnerable with that love shit. AKA Mars is the big brother. Once again, Mars is the big brother, you feel me? He's like in his teenage stages. He's going out with the homies. He's having sex and shit, breaking his virginity junior year in high school and shit. And when he's trying to do older things, older teenage things, when Venus come around, he feel like he's babysitting. When Venus come around, he's like, yo, Venus, you ain't got, you feel me? Your friends and whatnot, ain't y'all having a slumber party at the crib? She's like, no, Mars, I want to come out with you with the guys. Like, you feel me? Like, I want to meet your new girlfriend. It's like, Mars is like, yo, individual, you feel me? Feels vulnerable when all that extra love shit comes into the picture. So Mars be on guard. Aries and Scorpio be on guard. But the Venus and Virgos and the Virgos, they just get hella critical. They may overcompensate, trying to overwork on the love. This is why Virgos, especially Venus and Virgos, you guys will experience the love. Once y'all start, let's say, your partner cheats on you or something. Let's say the potential of what you was scared to happen or nervous about happening in your relationship happens, right? So you and this person fell in love. Y'all was dating, everything was cool. Now you on your highly critical shit because you're realizing you're in love. You're realizing your emotions are so high. You're cooking like shit for this person. You're helping them with everything in their life. You're making up their bed. You're helping them with homework. You're doing everything for them. Virgo, Venus in Virgo, Virgo rising, Virgo moons. Virgo moons is probably the least. It's something about the Virgo risings that go hard with this shit. And Venus and Virgos and the Virgo sun. So you're doing all of that shit. Then your partner cheat on you, right? When it gets to that point, this is where the real debilitation comes in. Because the Virgo will still try to continue to work on this shit. The Virgo will still continue to try to patch this shit up. Like, damn, this person just cheated on me. That was the very thing I was scared about. That was the very thing I was nervous about. How do I work on my love now? It's like, no, Virgo, this is detached from love time. This is detached from love time. This is get realistic about your love time. How do you think this is something that's going to continue to happen? Do you think you could deal with these red flags? A Virgo is so critical, but they'll play themselves with love and not this when a Virgo's in love will be the only time in their life they start not being detail oriented about the red flags. It's like, no, you see these shits, Virgo. You see everything else in the world. Now you acting like you don't see these red flags. It's that shit. Virgos go through that shit, man. That's the shit they deal with love. But if somebody knows how to be in a harmonious relationship with a Virgo, with a Venus and Virgo, you're going to receive some love that you never thought you could receive from this Virgo. Because this Virgo got their heart in this shit. This Virgo is going to value true love in their life. Because once again, I feel like it may never experience it again. May not have really experienced it in the home. All right? All type of situations like that. You feel me? So, what Virgos got in the 4th house? Virgo risings. Y'all got Sagittarius in the 4th house. Virgo risings. Yeah. Y'all got Sagittarius. Summer. Fall. Yeah, y'all got Sagittarius in this house. Fall, winter. Yeah. So the 4th house could be really detached. Parents probably travel a lot. You move around a lot in your home, Virgo risings. You move around in your home a lot. You go through a lot of people in and out the home. You feel me? It's just a detached household a lot of the time. People trying to teach you things, trying to sun you with certain forms of perspectives and knowledge and wisdom, and not develop an emotional connection. All right, so it's be all type of wild shit going on with Sagittarius in the 4th house for the Virgo rising. All right, so yeah, shit get deep there. Shit get deep. Venus and Libra in the 12th house. This is another placement that could get lost in love. Literally, we could all get lost with our 12th house energies, especially if you got planets in there. You feel me? So we know the 12th house deals with the subconscious, the dream realm, life after death, karma, spiritually inclined house, our belief system, our fantasies, the dream realm overall. So, damn, I feel like every time I just be chilling. Like, I'll eat something, I'll be chilling, but if I eat something going live, now I'm starting burping and getting motherfucking heartburn. It's probably because I be eating so fast, trying to hurry up and get on live before a certain time. Nigga be getting heartburn out the ass on live. So, let's break down the house placement. Venus in the 12th house. Alright? Venus loves to be here. Venus loses her mind here. Because the 12th house ain't no limits. Is the subconscious. Is a spiritual house. It deal with fantasies. What do we know Venus want? It wants love. It wants motherfucking it wants pleasures. It wants to feel good. It deals with sensuality, right? So if you got Venus in the 12th house, this is where your love is at. AKA in a place where you feel like there's no limits to your love. Shout out to James Blake. I don't know if y'all know about James Blake. He got a song called Limit to Your Love. That shit fire. But there's no limit to your love with Venus in the 12th house. AKA, when it comes to people, places, and things you love, you're always going to feel like you can attract it. And that's because you attract it a lot. So this person, you could develop strong attachments and addictions in this house. All right? Because the 12th house deal with, escaping from reality. So Venus can love doing that here. Venus can manifest relationships in the 12th house, all right, where this partner, every time they link up to this partner, y'all just smoke in the car or whatnot, but it's like y'all not in reality when you're with this person. This person is such an escape mechanism. This person, you get high the fuck off life in this relationship, and it could disconnect you the fuck out of reality, but the love is blissful as fuck. The love is pleasurable as fuck, all right? So you could be in outer space with your love with Venus in the 12th house. You get real intuitive with how you can manifest love. I just posted before I got on the ways you can find love with Venus in the houses. I look at when I'm doing my love twin flame potential readings, I'm connecting house lords of the air houses because they influence relationships, period. And then I'm looking at your 7th house lord, which is dealing with one-on-one relationships, and I'm looking at your Venus aspects, all right, and your Venus placement overall, the house, the sign, and the aspects. But just the house Venus is in, Venus is looking for love in that house. So we can manifest a lot of our relationships in that house by default. By default. So Venus in the 12th house, y'all start to be able to summon love on some spiritual shit. The more y'all fantasize it, feel on it, really want the potential of true connection, the things that y'all gonna deal with in that 12th house with your imagination, the more y'all connect to that house, you're just gonna reel in situations to connect to create circumstances or opportunities to find love in reality. Like it's real spiritual. Everything's spiritual in the 12th house. So, and once again, Venus is exalted here. So when planets are exalted, they're pretty much at their highest peak, their strongest peak, their strongest energy. But they could overdo it. They could get exhausted. So, hello? Yeah. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm fine. Appreciate it. So, that's what Venus is going to deal with in the 12th house. Venus, I said Venus. The fuck is that? It's Venus' cousin? It's Venus' little imaginary friend. Wherever house Venus is in, remember, Venus kind of correlates to the moon. It's like a younger version of the moon. Okay? So, the moon deal with attracting. Venus deal with attracting. So, when you got Venus in the 12th house, you're attracting support. You're attracting support and appreciation and love wherever Venus is at. So Venus in the 12th house, wherever your values is at. I say this to y'all all the time about Venus. Wherever your values is at, where Venus is, but especially the 12th house, you feel me? You're gonna, yeah, because that shit, I don't like answering the phone because when I'm on live, I don't like fucking my train of thought up. When you got Venus in the 12th house, whatever your values is in the 12th house, whatever it is that you connect to in your imagination, whatever gives you a pleasurable, sensual feel in life, whatever you spiritually into, whatever's on your subconscious a lot of the time, whatever you're daydreaming about in your life a lot of the time, Venus will manifest a support system for that. So if you got Venus in the 12th house, this is why you can easily overindulge into certain things, because if you get hooked on something or something starts to feel good to y'all start to love something, you're just going to keep reeling more of it in. So y'all need to make sure y'all self-esteem, y'all love and appreciation is being directed towards your, creative endeavors, towards things that you want to work in your imagination down into reality. You're going to get support for that. But you got it in Libra. So you got Venus very stimulated in this lifetime. It's home in Libra, and then it's exalted in the 12th house. So you can use your charm a lot of the way to get your pleasures. You could charm the fuck out of people in your relationships. Have them lost. You use your charm a lot of the time and your communication methods to drag people into the 12th house sometimes. People date you and feel like they in some whole other shit when they dealing with you. They ain't never felt this much sensual feelings. They ain't never felt this much appreciation or felt this disconnected from reality due to a relationship or another person. Venus and Libra in the 12th house. You feel me? That shit too strong. That shit strong. So you got to make sure you know your powers. You got to make sure you not psyching people up with your love, because Venus and Libra communicates like they in love when they don't be in love at times. We already know Libra ruled by Venus, so the way we can communicate and articulate ourselves, it come with a bit of charm. We know how to articulate, talk to get our way with certain things at times. You feel me? Libras by default could try to use, you feel me? Motherfucking what they call social butterflies. You feel me? Could be real flirtatious by default. You got Venus that deal with love and the air sign that deal with communicating. Okay, so if you got Venus in Libra, it starts to play out in ways you say whatever in your relationship to get your way. And you might lie a lot about your emotions and feelings in a real subconscious way, but you'll communicate certain things to make your partner feel like you emotionally invested. And they're ready to build a whole life with you. And then it's like, wait, hold on, slow down. Once you start realizing you took it a little too far, and with Venus in the 12th house, you may take it that far. Venus and Libras, because Venus and Libras, I got Venus and Libra, so I understand this energy on top of being a Libra. I don't know if you are actual Libra, Sierra of the universe, but I'm a fucking Libra with Venus and Libra. So this is something I had to get aware of in life early. It's something that I could take advantage of and transform deal with a lot of bullshit ass karma. So Venus in this house, you got to make sure that you're not psyching people up with your love and how you communicate it. Because you could bring them to that 12th house with the way you talk. You'll have this person ready to jump into any adventure, experience, into any fantasy. Because you know how to communicate with them, relate to them. You know how to make them feel understood. Venus and Libra. Libra is the relationship sign. So the way you talk and relate, you make people feel so understood. When they dealing with issues, they just want to call you. They just want to talk to you. Oh my God. You're a Libra. Yeah, I'm a Libra first. I Libra rising. Oh, my Libra Mercury. Oh my God. You dangerous, baby. You're dangerous. I hope you know your power. I hope you know your power. Be careful that you're not blinding people with that love and that charm. You're going to naturally manifest opportunities by default to walk into certain doors because you bring love, you bring appreciation, you bring support to your relationships by default. But boy, oh boy, that's a lot of blinding going on. You may blind a lot of people with the love. So yeah, you got to just make sure on the shadow work, negative end of things, that you don't allow yourself to get too lost in your relationships or get too lost in bad habits and your pleasures that you indulge with other people or just in that 12th house. Get Venus to lean on the positive side of your imagination and what's in that 12th house. Get Venus to lean that love and appreciation and her self-esteem into your talents in that 12th house. Get Venus to lean on your spiritual experiences and your spiritual growth in that house. And the things that you're able to do out that house, the things that you're able to bring into reality out your imagination, you know, you're just going to be blossoming and manifesting in that house like crazy. But goodness gracious, you're dangerous. What are your thoughts on the Lionsgate portal? Honestly, I ain't never hear about that shit until last week. I think Cheryl's tweeted about that shit like, what the fuck is this? Like, so I don't know. Y'all gotta put me on. Send me more articles. Y'all teach me about that shit. I have no clue, Jazzy's. Word to everything. 8th house stellium with all Libra planets. Oh man. You another one that could get dangerous here too. Because the 8th house deal with everything behind the scenes. Like, look, so I'm going to break it down. The 8th house deal with behind the scenes energy. You got Libra that deal with that charmful communication, right? And y'all got to understand, even though Venus deal with feelings and the rules of Libra's air. The element is air. Pisces is really the only sign that has a Venus influence that's dealing with emotion. So Venus ruled Libra and Venus ruled Taurus, but Libra's air. Taurus is earth. So Libras and Taurus will psych all of us up. Libras and Tauruses will use the way they communicate. Libras will use the way they communicate and their flirtatious ways to get what they want in relationships. Taurus will use their goddamn sensual touch and how they could provide and add on to your value system and support you, or make you feel comfortable, make you feel at home in their surroundings and security, psych you up like that to start getting what they want. Tauruses, the difference between the Venus ruled signs, Taurus and Libras, we push out certain things to get you psyched up in the relationship, make you like us and shit. Tauruses push out certain energies for you to understand you got to do that you're gonna have to prove what love you bring to the table. I ain't proving that shit. Like, once you start showing me what love and appreciation support you bring in, because this earth is receiving, all right, then I'll start nurturing and pushing my Venus out some more. But Taurus gonna psych you up. They gonna know how to beautify themselves. They gonna know what to wear around you. They gonna know how to set up certain candles, scents, fumes, because it deals with the senses. It deals with physical reality. They gonna talk to their astrologer, to their spiritual teacher, and be like, all right, you got a ritual? They gonna talk to their spiritual teacher, ask them for a goddamn cologne or perfume that has love energy and psychs your ass up. Like, every time I hug this Taurus, oh shit, I want to put a baby in her. She be feeling and smelling so good. Her crib be having the aura and the aesthetic for me to just jump in here and just want to go crazy on her. Her nails, her hair, everything, just be taken care of. So a Taurus woman will psych you up. And then, but Pisces is really the only one that deals with Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces in the 12th house. So Pisces, this is why they love. I just told y'all exaltations mean this is the highest peak. So Pisces may deal with Venus more than we do, more than Libras and Taurus. They overdo it. They fall in love quick. Y'all sexually connect, that's it, it's over. Libras will sexually connect with you and make love to you, making you think they love you. Libras don't even know how to have sex in a what's the word? Does platonic mean again? That shit mean like just friends, like it's a platonic friendship. When you say this is a platonic relationship, that means like we just friends, right? I don't know, but y'all know when y'all just having sex buddies, or like this is just a situationship, we just do that, we kick it a couple times in a week, it ain't nothing extra. Libras don't even know how to have sex that way. They have sex like they making love, and that'll psych up the individual they dealing with. Like, yo, this person be doing too much foreplay, too much kissing. Like, damn, like, can we just fuck nasty and get it over with? And why they doing all that extra shit? So Libras will psych you up like that. the fucking Taurus, they could make you feel like you just a sex object. Taurus can make you feel like you're just a sex object. You feel me? Like they'll psych you up to you be a you be a guy dealing with a Taurus female, and you don't even be giving, you be jacking that you don't give head like that. Like, I don't be going down on girls. Like, I don't be doing all that. All right, you start dealing with a Taurus woman, she got you down there 24/7, and you like, what the fuck is it about this shit? I be just, she know how to receive it. She know how to receive her love. She know how to psych you up. So Pisces, they can't not do things in a loving way. They can't not be over nurturing in their relationships. Their friends be having to tell them, calm down. Like, girl, you just started dealing with this nigga. You said you want to do what? Y'all go on a trip. You just met him a month ago. Like, I know, but it's his vacation, and I mean, it's his birthday coming up. Like, what? I just want to show him I appreciate him. Oh shit. So the Pisces is just, you got that water mixed in there. Then you got Jupiter and Neptune mixed in there. So it's all, everything is so, they so sensitive to the emotions. They're so empathic. The feeling of things are intense. So don't let a Pisces deal with somebody that's doing that Libra shit. Don't let a Pisces deal with somebody that's making love to them. When it's quote unquote just a situation. I already told y'all Pisces can't really do them shits anyways. Certain signs, Aquariuses, Geminis, Sagittariuses, Leos, Libras be fronting like they could do it a little bit, but then they start doing too much relationship shit in the shit. You feel me? Or Libras, like Libras and Scorpios will keep a situationship going for the longest. Like, no, this is my girlfriend. But she don't know that for real. She don't know that. Feel me? So, yeah, Pisces, they can't really do that shit. They too this must be the chick my ex is dealing with, crying from them. Yeah, the Pisces, they get way too invested in that shit. It's too much feeling. It's too sensitive. Don't let the sex be really good to the Pisces. Pisces moons, they the ones that I don't know who's more scarier. Pisces moons is scary because they're spiritual. You gotta understand this Pisces sun moon, they're spiritually inclined. So you start fucking with them with love, you don't know what's coming your way after that. You don't know what's coming your way after that. You don't know what ritual they gonna work on you to keep you in love and put something in your goddamn spaghetti. And the Pisces will cook for your ass too. So, like, this shit I know. This shit I know. This is why I don't play games with certain signs. You treat people how you want to be treated. All right? And then you'll be okay. It don't matter what sign you're dealing with. Just treat the motherfucker how you want to be treated. You feel me? So, yeah, it gets crazy with Pisces in love if you fuck with them in love. If you ever been in a toxic situation or a up and down karmic relationship with a Pisces, you know that they'll do things. The Venus influence signs is one thing with Libra, and I'm gonna answer the question. There's one thing with Libra and Taurus dealing with love, because they're conscious of how they're dealing with it. As a Libra, if I'm communicating something to a woman to get in her pants or impress her or make her like me or fall, I know what the fuck I'm doing. This Taurus woman, Taurus man, they know how they're doing things to psych the person up, to make them love them, to make them like them. They know how to do things in reality. They know how to organize and structure certain things, structure certain dates, structure the home. Like I said, they rule the five senses. They know how to smell good and just do all type of other shit. Cook for you, all type of shit to make you fall. They know what they're doing. Pisces really don't be knowing what they doing. It's hard for them to be in reality. So when you look at the exaltation, Pisces, and then when you look at the debilitation, Virgo, those are really the two signs you don't want to fuck with. You don't want to fuck them over with love. Come on, y'all know I know about the spaghetti. Come on, we spiritual, y'all. Y'all know I know about the spaghetti. Come on. Yo, y'all know I was gonna know about that one. Come on. I'm dealing with a chick. I can't not deal with a spiritual woman. I can't deal with a woman that I'm that she don't know shit about. I ain't gonna say she got to be on the level with me, but either she gonna be able to teach me about some things spiritually. Either she gonna be able to teach me some shit in spirituality. Like, Boro, you need to take these. You doing all that astrology shit, connecting all these people. I gotta set up this protection bath for you or this ritual. Like, that's what I'm looking for. That I can't not deal with a spiritual woman. But so by default, if I'm dealing with a chick and she start passing on that, made you some food, got some spaghetti for you, I'm like, all right, babe. Put that on the counter over there. I'm not hungry right now. Just throw that shit on the counter. Man, we gonna have to build up more rapport before I start eating that shit. Anything else, I'm good. You can hook up some salad. You can hook up some tacos. Just no red salsa. Don't put no red salt. Nothing red. Some people don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Some of this is going over some of y'all heads right now. Like, what you mean nothing red? Spaghetti? Like, some. If that shit red, leave that shit on the counter. We need to build a more spiritual rapport before you start serving me anything that's that color. All right? So, yeah. Spiritual women, don't fuck around with them. That's why y'all ladies, y'all can't be allowing yourself to fuck with niggas who ain't spiritually inclined. Because they gonna dull your frequency. I can't do it. I can't do this shit. It's gonna be too draining for me. I'm forcing myself to be aligned with something I can't get aligned with. She has to, at least, worst case scenario, she gotta be eager to learn. But that's it. I ain't gonna spill it all out. I'm gonna just leave it right there. That's it. If whoever didn't catch it, they're gonna have to make sure they DM somebody in the comments like, what was Boro talking about earlier? Hey, my name is this and that. I just started watching astrology and I'm just getting into spirituality. Like, I bought crystals a couple weeks ago. I've been meditating. So, all of this is new to me. But that part, there was a great live tonight. But when Boro was talking about the spaghetti, what exactly? What went over? I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't get that part. Everything else, like the Pluto, the retrograde stuff, yeah, I got it. I was making notes, but the spaghetti, don't even give it up to them, y'all. Don't. If y'all get that DM, don't tell them. They gonna have to do their research. You feel me? So, right. This is why we single. Nobody got time for that. So this person either gonna have to be eager to learn, eager to spiritually building, to spiritually build. Like we gotta meet up in the esoteric realm first. If we on some spiritual shit for real. And that's a lot of us be playing ourselves. We let the body's physical. So if you call yourself a spiritually inclined person and you know certain things about yourself, you can't let the physical things of the physical realm psych you up in your relationships, and now you're starting to entertain things based off physical connection in your relationship. You're dumbing yourself down spiritually so much. Like, I literally can't. I'm not even trying to boast, sound arrogant. People been calling me. I ain't gonna say people like it's a lot, but I done been called, what's the word, narcissistic and shit recently and shit. So, like, I'm a goofball. So if people taking this shit a little too serious, then that's on them. It's not my responsibility to overly explain that I'm not a narcissist or I didn't mean that. But like, overall, motherfucking you're spiritually dumbing yourself down if you feel like you're always bringing your spirit down to come back down to reality and connect with something. You feel me? So you got to be an example of your belief system, so you only could reel in some true soulmates, some people that align right up in that shit. You feel me? And it ain't easy. All the shit that I kick to y'all may have some teachers and all that shit. I don't know, spiritualists, whatever. Shit, even me probably. Sometimes my shit may come off a little condescending, or I'm talking about it like I mastered some shit. I'm a student to all of this shit, just like y'all. I'm 27 years old. Like, I'm a student to everything. I'm always going to be a student to spirituality. I'm always going to be a student to everything I'm talking about with sex. There's nothing that I'm ever going to call myself a master of. There's nothing that I'm ever going to see a limit to how I learned some shit or what I could experience with it. Y'all just know, my son is on the Libra Scorpio cusp, so way I communicate a little bit too is real passionate as a motherfucker about this shit. It comes off a little hard at times. come off a little intense the way I say it. It's like, this motherfucker say that shit like, you've been living that shit his whole life. Now I'm just passionate about this shit. So I'm just seeing a bunch of red emojis. Y'all throwing everything y'all putting in the comments is red now. Y'all know I use black hearts. Don't be putting the red hearts in there being funny now. If y'all gonna send the hearts, I need to see black hearts, alright? No red hearts. People still thinking like, alright, Boro, can you cough it up already? What's the red stuff about? Come on now. You got me about to leave the live and research this shit and come back. Feel me? So, 8th house stellium with Libra. So, damn, that one question took me there. Libra in the 8th house. So, Libra already got that charm-like energy, that Venus-like energy. And now you bring in Venus. We just spoke about how Venus in the 8th house plays out. It could be manipulative with love, have hidden agendas with love, experience the hidden agendas. Y'all got to remember, the planets that you have in houses, I tell y'all planets is y'all tools. So you're using your Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, but by default, having a planet in the house, this is also what you're kind of experiencing with the planet here. So Venus in the 8th house, you may experience transformative situations with the love. You getting cheated on, you dealing with hidden agendas, and you pushing that energy out. A lot of people with Venus in the 8th house experience it to the point they turn into that. So this is why I tell y'all all the time, y'all have to know your energies, so your energies, you don't get bullied by them, and you become the negative version of your energies. You have to check my series up on YouTube, your light side versus your dark side. You could be on your light side on Monday and your dark side on Tuesday. Period. Every sign has it. People be talking about the most toxic signs. There are some signs that have the potential to jump into toxic energies just by their archetype. So Scorpio come out the 8th house is dealing with behind the scene energy, secrets. So yeah, Scorpio's got a guy. Justin LeBoy, the nigga's a fucking Scorpio. Who else was gonna run a page like that? Who else? So it's so funny because it was like not too long ago. Earlier this summer, like in the spring. I'm like, yo, what's his zodiac sign? Y'all asked in my story, and then all y'all started telling me he a Scorpio. He said it on the Breakfast Club. I'm like, no shit. I don't know how I didn't even put that together. He wasn't even showing his face. Like, dude, he wasn't even showing his face on his account. Scorpio shit all the way. Throwing out a bunch of different energies outside the dark. Throwing out a bunch of crazy tweets from behind the scenes and just fucking with everybody's emotions and thoughts. Scorpio shit. AKA a Scorpio will be in what I just said earlier in the live. A Scorpio will be in love with you, and then you tell them you love them for the first time, and it's their natural psyche to not kind of reciprocate that all the way. You feel me? It's going to be something a little bit attached to that. It can't be that simple. It can't be that simple. You feel me? So, the fact that Libra's in that 8th house, I got Libra in the 8th house, but I got intercepted 8th house. So, my 8th house started in Virgo, and I got my Libra energies in there. My Venus and Libra in the 8th. So, when first of all, you got a stellium in the 8th. So, you manifesting a lot of transformative moments in life. You manifesting a lot of hidden agendas in your life. You may deal with some of your, depending on whatever planets that those are in that house, those are the planets that are going to be hidden and have the potential to be manipulated. So if you got the sun in that house, you may deal with manipulative and hidden agendas with people's actions. You got Venus in that house, hidden manipulative agendas with your love and your relationships. Mercury in that house, the things people communicate to you, bullshit. Don't even be taking that shit surface level all the time. Jupiter in that house, the things that you're learning and you experience are hidden. People don't even know you got the knowledge that you have, and they be trying to teach you shit that you know, and you be like, this motherfucker swear they the wisest motherfucker in the world. You feel me? So everything in the 8th house is hidden. So the fact that you got a stellium in here, a huge portion of your life is learning how to deal with the behind the scenes realm, learning how to deal with the subconscious, learning how to read between the lines, learning how to do investigation, learning not to trust what somebody is expressing or communicating, and know that there's something behind that shit when you got a stellium in the 8th. So you got to make sure you don't turn manipulative with these energies in the 8th, and you just use it to become a occult, esoteric beasts when it comes to the subconscious. AKA, people can't lie to you. People say you meet somebody just by the way they greet you. You already could scan 85% of them by the way they greeted you and whatnot. You run into a nigga like me, and I'm mad charming. I greet you, you feel me, with a smile. Hold your hand a little longer. You like, motherfucker. I could tell when people smile at you like that, when they hold your hand and shake your hand, and they hold it for the extra 2 seconds. I already know their agenda, what they trying to do. So shit like that, you know, you got to use that 8th house stellium to deal with all that transformation, to evolve your character and become a beast with how you read the subconscious realm, how you deal with people's hidden agendas, how you deal with secrets. But it's not going to be the easiest thing, because the fact that you got an 8th house stellium is showing that you deal with a lot of deep, dark moments in your life. You feel me? You most likely gonna be a real private person, and then you got Libra in there. So depending on what planets you got in Libra, depending on what planets you got in Libra in that 8th house, is what tools you're using to navigate all these experiences in there. So if you got like the Sun, Moon, Venus in there, you may end up using your actions, your love, and how you communicate to manipulate in this house, to bring people in this house. You feel me? So you got to be careful that you don't become, what you might experience from others in this house, and you use it to build wisdom here. Because Libra in the 8th house, Venus deal with your pleasure. So if you got a Venus influence sign in the 8th house, people will psych you up with all different type of energies to get their type of pleasure from you. People will sexually psych you up, play on your desires, your temptations, play on your emotions. Venus ruled 8th house, you can deal with a lot of attachments and addictions here as well, because Venus could lose his mind with what it loves behind the scenes. All right? You get a lot of support for things behind the scenes, so you may manifest a lot of relationships that support your desires and temptations too, on some Venus in the 12th house shit. So, yeah. But the fact that it's Libra, and Libra's dealing with relationships, your relationship's going through a shitload of transformation, and how you deal with the relationships going through a lot of transformation. So, any of my ex-girlfriends, I told you, I got Libra in the 8th house. So, all of my ex-girlfriends, they see me now, and they're like, who is this nigga? Who is this nigga? Because I got Libra in the 8th house. The way I deal with one-on-one relationships, communicating with others, it goes through a lot of transformations. It goes through a lot of changes. You feel me? That's what you're experiencing. And that happens from a lot of relationships that you're transformed. A lot of relationships, your love was taken advantage of. You dealt with hidden agendas. You was the narcissistic one. You was the toxic one. So you're going through a whole bunch of shit here. You may have very strong desires and bad habits in this house that you have to learn what to practice to build discipline, so your desires don't continuously transform you in this lifetime. Okay? Once again, this is why I'm big on sexual control. Can you talk about North Node and Pisces in the 6th? So when you got, so you most likely the Libra rising. You got Pisces in the 6th house. You got the 6th house is a reality house, Earth house. This house deal with scheduling, routine, putting things in order. You know how we go about being detail oriented when it comes into career. This is I like to say this is the spiritual engine for career. So whatever you're doing in career, you got to make sure in this house you're developing a routine and schedule to work on it. The 6th house deals with how you work on things and what you're working on, and the workplace, health, regimen, wellness, your diet. So you got a lot of things going on in the 6th house on top of your nervous system. So with Pisces in this house as Libra rising, the way you go about working on things and scheduling things you be in your illusion. It be unrealistic a lot of the times. You do it with your emotions a lot of the times. You feel me? You're not as practical. You're not as strategical in this house a lot of the time. Now you creative as hell though. You open-minded and imaginative as hell. So that's the positive thing. And the fact that you have Pisces in the 12th house, you're going to be influenced to work on your imagination. You're going to be influenced to work on your creativity with Pisces in this house. You just may deal with a lot of bullshit in the workplace. You may get highly frustrated working certain jobs, dealing with technical, mundane, realistic, earth-like shit all the time. As a Libra rising, water in them houses, especially Pisces in the goddamn 6th house. Like the workplace could be hell because you got Pisces here. So when you at the workplace, your heart, you know, the natural psyche here wants to work on its creativity with Pisces in the 6th house. So when you're filing papers, you're dealing with such routine, your lunch break is a half hour. It's like, damn, I could get an hour to beat in my subconscious. I can't get a fucking hour to daydream. I'm fucking working all day. Can I a half hour? Like shit like that. It'd be a little too intense for you. Capricorn, Virgo, Earth signs in this house and shit. Like it's a little different. They could endure that shit quicker. You feel me? Fire rising signs could endure shit in them houses quicker. So that's what's going on with Pisces in the 6th house. Negative side. You deal with a lot of illusions in this house, and the way you work on things, you may do it unrealistically. You may not do it in the most efficient manner. In a positive level, you always going to be influenced to work on your creativity. Schedule your imagination. The way you work on things, you're going to find creative ways to work on things. All right? Now, you got the North Node in this house. So, with the North Node in the 6th house, your South Node is in the 12th house. You're here to take your 12th house energy, your forms of spirituality, your creativity, your imagination, your belief system. That has to get scheduled. That has to be in your schedule this lifetime. You be dealing with a lot of frustration not working on your creativity and your imagination. You got the South Node in the 12th house. You're already spiritual. You're already creative as hell. You already could draw. You could already paint. You could already make music. North Node in the 6th house has to develop a schedule system for it in this lifetime. You have to force yourself to be able to deal with your creativity and your imagination in a realistic way. And you're going to be pushed towards doing it. In a lot of situations, it may deal with you dealing with frustration, doing shit and just settling for a regular job, just settling for not making sacrifices. North Node in the 6th house got to make sacrifices for their imagination. We all got to make fucking sacrifices for our dreams. But you feel it more intensely. You're pushed into it more intensely. You settling for where you work at and what you're doing in your life and not chasing your dreams, not working on your aspirations. Very, very frustrating for you. Highly, extremely frustrating for you. Because your spirit knows that it should be... You're constantly being pushed. Like you, everybody, you maybe don't want to be at your job. North Node in the 6th house, you at your job. Everybody acting like they cool with the job, and you the one like y'all cool with this shit. Y'all good with this shit, like doing this for the rest of your lives and shit. You feel me? Y'all never think about what y'all can do creatively or whatnot. So that's North Node in the 6th house. You got that strong influence to want to work on your imagination, schedule routine, your imagination here. So that's what's going on with the houses. But you got it in Pisces. So North Node with South Node in Virgo, you bringing the blend here. In your lifetime, not only was you dealing with creativity, but you got the South Node in Virgo, so you came into this lifetime a little nervous. You deal with a slight bit of paranoia by default. You're real aware of all your surroundings and what's around you, real critical by default, South Node in Virgo. You got to learn to be more critical and detail oriented with your Pisces and North Node. All right? So overall, Pisces in the 6th house, like I said, you're being influenced to work on your imagination. But the fact that you got the North Node in the energy, it makes that your spiritual path. It's not just a regular alignment. It's not just Pisces in the 6th house now. Now you're forced to make, this is one of the huge emphasis. No, it don't matter if you got no planets in that house. It makes Pisces having to work on his imagination in this house high emphasis, high priority. But you got South Node and Virgo in the 12th. So you subconsciously, intuitively are able to pick up on certain strategies, certain ideas, certain resources, Earth, to be able to work on your imagination. It's just about being active. Trust your ideas. You got ideas for days. I know you creative. You got so, you might have so much damn plans on how to work on things and you don't exercise none of them a lot of times. Because remember, our North Node, we scary of that shit. We be scary attacking that shit at times. I got the North Node in Sag. Alright? So what I'm doing right now, I'm being pushed to do this. I'm being pushed to have to kind of express my morals. Spread my fire, my wisdom, my awareness. It's not the easiest thing to do all the time. It comes with criticism. All right? It comes with feeling vulnerable, thinking, am I leading people the right way? You know? Am I helping people the right way? I question that a lot, you know? That's what our North Node does. We're going to question ourselves a lot. It's going to deal with a lot of our insecurities. So, you know, you need to go out with a bang in this lifestyle. You make sure you exercise all them plans, strategies. When you see yourself, when you have an idea, when you feel like you got a creative aspiration or goal, and you're like, yo, I feel like if I just work on it like this for 60 days, 90 days, when you have them type thoughts, God can't show itself more than that. I be trying to tell y'all how to, you got to know what a sign is. Your thoughts be signs, all right? A feeling is a sign. You don't need to see 11:11. You don't need to see 5:55. You don't need to see a fucking bird on your goddamn window post and Google what a bird means. It means for you to be more free spirited and fly into your dreams. You don't need that shit to happen. It could be a feeling, guys. It could be a consistent feeling or thought. It's like, why the fuck this thought keep coming up? Why does thought keep bullying me? God can't keep showing itself in no other way. God is trying to say, man, fuck all that extra shit, all that synchronicity shit. Because every time she see 11:11, 5:55, they just think they just screenshot it and put it in their story. And I'm not even communicating with them like that no more. Some of us, we overdo it with the goddamn angel signs anyways. Don't let those angel signs and shit bully you. Sometimes that shit bullies you. You looking at them shits, you expecting to see them shits, or when you see them shits, you overthinking things, and you don't need none of that outside confirmation for none of that shit. You just need a gut instinct. You already got natural influences. You have house lords. You have planets and houses. You came into this world having natural signs and influences. When I'm doing readings for people and I'm helping them with career and certain things in their life, they already, oh my God, Boro, I've been thinking about doing that shit my whole life. I know you've been having this influence in your chart trying to push you there already. You feel me? You've been having that influence trying to get you to understand that. People don't just end up in certain industries and careers by default. That you spiritually designed this for yourself. So, you know, y'all gotta learn to look at y'all thoughts and feelings like signs and gifts and direction. Period. You can be attached to something. I use myself for an example. I was attached to smoking weed. I'm not saying weed is good or bad. I'm talking about the reality of it. I was attached to it. I overdid it. It got in the way of a lot of things. I've always had a feeling for a long time that this wasn't probably the most positive thing. That feeling and them thoughts bullied me. They always came back. No matter, even if I was going through the day, had a real productive week, and I was still smoking weed, doing it, I still had the feeling like, yo, just try to live life without this shit to see how productive you could be, to see how free you would feel. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, right now, you're a slave. So, and this is not to pick on anybody, like, ain't nobody in here perfect, ain't nobody in here ain't got shit they not struggling with. We all got problems and issues in this motherfucker. Come, take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. We come into the church as we are right now. All right? We might have to start singing church hymns before live. I might have to start playing certain church hymns before live just so y'all know we is coming as we are. Ain't none of us fucking perfect. So this is not to pick on nobody. I'm just using them. This is just something some of y'all could personally probably relate to it. All right? But that feeling, them thoughts, this could be within career. This could be within your relationship. Y'all being in relationships and y'all getting a constant feeling of, I shouldn't be in this relationship. How long is you gonna stay in that relationship to try to psych yourself up like you're not about to be having that feeling no more? You'll be having that feeling for 5 years straight, thinking like, okay, maybe year 6, year 7 is gonna be better. Year 7, same feeling. Still having great sex. Still getting some of your pleasures from time to time. Still trying to lie to yourself. Still trying to psych yourself up from time to time. Still allowing your partner to manipulate you and get their way a little bit. Still catering to your partner's selfish personal desires. But, you know, the feeling ain't going nowhere. Before you go to sleep, you still have them inner thoughts like, damn, is this the relationship for me? Is there something better? So, guys, this is why there's certain things. I'm 27. There's gonna be certain things I'm tweeting and posting now, and I'm always saying on live now that I will be saying when I'm 40, when I'm 50, when I'm 60. And some of them things is gonna be solitude, detachment. I'm gonna die saying that shit because there's a thin line between solitude and your spiritual development. Why? Because when you're to your damn self, you catch all the inner thoughts and feelings and signs you need to catch. Some of us is too plugged into reality, too indoctrinated into certain programs, and it's not our fault. Some of us came into certain family households. Some of us dealt with abusive family households. Some of us built certain traumas in the home. Some of us dealt with certain environments. Some of us, it is what it is. Some of us dealt with certain relationships early in life, like that, developed certain traumas and insecurities. But when we detach from this fucking world, when we get back to getting close to spirit as much as possible, when we say, all right, I'm gonna be to myself, so when I catch a thought, a feeling, there's not a motherfucker sleeping in my bed or in my texts or somebody on the TV screen throwing my attention off, and I could be to my thought and my feelings to understand this is a sign, to understand this is what it calls to be in tune. If you don't have a relationship with your own thoughts and feelings, you ain't in tune with shit. You feel me? So this is not to say that we all have the power to do things overnight. But guys, we have to be able to acknowledge these signs. We have to be able to acknowledge. Nah, bro. Nah, yo. Don't worry, bro. When I drop when the t-shirts with the quotes come and everything, y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know. I'm a cap. Come on, I'm a cap moon, cap rising. We gonna market some shit. We gonna market some shit, bro. You Aquarius, bro. You an Aquarius, bro. You know we don't go. You know we don't half-ass when it comes to business, marketing, advertising. Yeah, niggas gonna know. So that's just y'all gotta understand that, guys. It's a thin line between solitude and your spiritual personal development, guys. Some of us can't grow because of our friendships, because of our environment. Some of us are stunting our growth because of that shit, because of the friends we keep, the company we keep. All right? So, you know, that's that. That's that. Book recommendations for new learners, easy read but informative. My most practical advice is learn as much as you can about houses, the archetype of signs, all right, and the planets. It's like this, guys. For my beginners in astrology, this is like this. When y'all look at your chart, I know y'all don't know what the fuck y'all looking at. Y'all like, what the fuck is this? All right, it looked like hieroglyphics. We was all there before. I was there before. Now, if you know if you start to understand what the planets mean, now you have more of awareness. If you start to understand what the houses mean, okay, the houses are areas of life. So this first house is this, my personal area of life. 6th house is this area of life, right? And now you start to understand the signs. Okay, Aries is ruled by Mars, and I got it in my first house, so I guess it brings passion and individuality to a house that deals with personality. Oh, that's why I'm such an individual. So the more we get the basics, now you get to basically read your chart. You get to read your chart from a fundamental level, but it starts with those 3 things. You knowing the energies of all the houses, which is their areas. You studying the archetype of all signs. Once again, writing down the archetype to it, the element, the ruler, the modality, whether it's fixed, cardinal, or mutable. So once you start understanding these basics, you start piecing things. Spirit This is another thing y'all gotta understand. When we talking about spiritual, and not even just spirituality, we know everything. We know everything already. Y'all gotta know that. When you was a spirit coming into this realm, you was looking at this realm from a bird's eye perspective, not a I'm gonna go in this not I'm gonna go in Earth to learn about it. You coming into Earth to learn about you, not about the realm. That's how y'all gotta think about it. You're coming into Earth to learn about you, not this world. So before you come here, you know you a spirit. Your spirit is like you analyzing it. If we thinking about our ancestors or spirit guides, you think they not looking at this realm like, oh shit, Boro getting caught up in his damn desires. Earth be on that bullshit. That's how our spiritual lineage and family members are looking at it. They're outside of it. But when we get in it, we in the inside looking out, and we could get indoctrinated, we get programmed, we could get sucked up into this shit. So you already got to understand that when you learn things, you're getting back to what you already been you. How many times y'all learn things and y'all be like, damn, I felt like I knew that already. What is self-teaching? What does that mean when we self-teach? We're just remembering. We're teaching ourselves how to remember shit. How much times y'all experience something for the first time, but when you experience it, you like, damn, I kind of knew better though. How you knew better if you experienced it for the first time? What does that mean? You already had a subconscious intuition about it. All right? So that's what we got to understand here. So I say all that to say, when you're starting to learn the basics and the fundamentals of your energies and astrology, your subconscious and spirit is like, yeah, we back. Yes, let's get it. Like, it's gonna help lead you. You're gonna start picking things up. Okay? It's gonna help lead you to the right teachers, to the right books. But that's what y'all gotta understand right there. Now, when we talk about understanding basics, these are things you could get on Google. These are things you could get on YouTube. These are things you could get on listening to me on live, listening to Cheryl's on live. All right? You could get that shit like that. When we just talking about the basics, the house of the sign. When I'm on Cheryl's live, when she's on live, when I try to catch them as much as I can, Cheryl's or any other astrologers that I follow, yeah, I'm learning shit all the time. I'm learning how to look at things from different perspectives. You feel me? So we're going to decode things. We're going to start to decode things differently anyways. We all have different suns, different Mercuries, so we all see differently. We all think differently. We all analyze differently. All right? So the basics, man. The basics. But for real, you know, I'm about to, like, because I get that question so much, I think I'm about to start getting a bunch of astrology books just to personally read them to see if these are good books to recommend, because people ask that a lot. On top of me constructing my book, but I had to put my book on hold my ebook on hold so many times due to a lot of things I'm working on. And, you know, I'm learning to do things, not to rush anything I do. Everything got to come in its divine time. There's a chapter for everything, you feel me? So I'm trying to devise one of the best fundamental books for people that don't know shit. A person that don't even know their fucking sun sign. I want them to be able to pick up the book and be good after that. Like a real astrology for dummies type book. You feel me? That's this first type book I'm working on. Right now, I'm kind of thinking of doing it for individual signs. Like, I used to think I wanted to just do like a basic astrology joint, but I might just do an ebook for every sign first to break down every constellation kind of. So that's gonna come when it comes, guys. But you know, you want to make sure you tapping into Cheryl's, because I know she's giving out a bunch of. I think she just be posting shit in her story. She just be posting that shit in her story. Okay. And I have a class available. I have 2 classes from my Patreon available, all right, on my website, okay? dealing with breaking down the fundamentals of reading the chart. So, you definitely going to have more clarity of looking at your chart after it's said and done. All right. And I aid you on how to start teaching yourself when I'm talking about these basics and fundamentals, how to go about learning. All right, guys. So, yep. Had a beautiful day, productive day. It was sunny outside, you feel me? Got my workout in, had a great reading, connect, you feel me? Got crossed things off my to-do list, and now I'm connecting with y'all. Beautiful day, can't ask for more. Gratitude. What placements are your Venus and Mars in? I got Venus and Libra in the 8th house, and I have Mars and Scorpio in my 10th house. Leo rising, Aquarius sun in the 7th with Chiron and North Node and Libra both in the 3rd house. All right, so your Aquarius sun in the 7th house, you're attracting a whole lot of relationships, but you have an influence to structure them and organize them and see which relationships to invest time into, to restrict, to not pay attention to, because it's Saturn energy. Saturn restricts. So that's your conscious a lot of the time in your relationships. You may deal with a lot of situations where you feel resistance from people you want to connect to because Saturn be there, aka Saturn's teaching you to learn how to build a relationship, to learning how to take time investing into your relationships. So even if you like somebody with Aquarius with your Aquarius sun in the 7th house, you can't even jump into stupid. Not stupid. I'm not saying stupid literally. It's New York lingo. Stupid means like OD or extreme. You can't jump into extreme honeymoon phases with Saturn, Aquarius, sun in the 7th house like that, because the 7th house is ruled by Saturn. So you're always going to feel the influence to slow down. Your partner may slow you down, the person you're trying to connect to, in many different ways. They may be real busy a lot. You feel me? And it's like, they only can see this person a couple of times a week. aka I'm learning how to invest more time and be more patient. Wherever Aquarius, Capricorn, and Libra at to an extent. Libra got a Saturn influence. These are places that you're going to have to deal with more time. But you are Leo rising, so your personality is very opposite from your actions. So people see you as a creative. You take a lot of actions based off your emotions and how you feel about things and how you see things. You can want to be your personality is used to gaining attention a lot of the time, but the way you take action is more strategical and logical. So you be psyching us up a lot of the time. You be psyching us up. You be coming off all charismatic and shit, all playful and fun. But then when we see more of your actions and how you really express yourself, you dull that shit down a little bit. You bring us down to reality. You're like, damn, we thought you was more fun than this. You logical as hell. You feel me? And you go through shifts within yourself. You feel a little bipolar with yourself because your personality, your rising sign is your personality, but your sun is in the 7th house. So you're used to getting attention in your personal life, right? But your sun, you paying attention to all your relationships, and then you may make you may by default at times try to make your relationships shine the light on you, and they're like, yo, relax with all of that. So you're trying to find the balance on how to make your relationships work for your personal creativity, your personal endeavors a lot of the time. But it's just a lot of clashes with your how you're seen. Your personality and how you express yourself. Sun in the 7th house, you got to be careful that you're aware that what you're consciously aware of or your actions is not always getting drained or exhausted in relationships. The sun don't like to be in the 7th house because it's taking all his actions and his awarenesses and putting it towards people. People's always on the forefront of your conscious. You got to make sure that your personal priority as a Leo rising is getting taken care of, especially with all the aspirations and creative endeavors and your ability to gain attention in the 1st house. You got to maximize that. Powerful placement. You got Chiron and North Node and Libra both in the 3rd house. Okay, so a lot of North Node in the 3rd house shows the South Node is in the 9th house. So a lot of what you was experiencing in your previous life, you was dealing with a lot of energies, experiencing new things, dealing with all different type of probably foreign cultures, foreign environments, learning a whole bunch of new things. Motherfucking South Node in the 9th house, the nodes are home and exalted. Like the nodes got exaltations and shit too. So the nodes like Pisces and Sagittarius. It like them Jupiter like signs. So when you got the South Node in 9th house, that's showing me you brought knowledge and wisdom to this motherfucker. Now you got the North Node in the 3rd house. You got to spread it within your community. You gotta teach the people. You gotta teach your siblings. You gotta teach your friends. You gotta be more interactive with your knowledge and wisdom. When you got the North Node in the 3rd house, you may manifest a lot of traveling at an early age, a lot of different adventures outside of your familiar surroundings at an early age. And then as you get older, now you become a vessel of putting your friends and everybody on to the things you've been experiencing. Putting your friends onto astrology. Putting your friends onto meditation, moon rituals. Teaching your friends how to do certain things. You know, being more a vessel to communicate that in your local surroundings, your local environment, or overall just interacting that with others. So you may feel the strong influence always being pushed to communicate, you know, your knowledge and wisdom. But you got Chiron in here. So, and it's in what? In Libra. So, double trouble with your North Node in the air sign, air house. You're being pushed to be a communicative vessel in this lifetime. The North Node in Libra has to learn how to deal with relationships. You got the South Node in Aries, so you may be used to just doing shit on your own, experiencing things on your own, taking yourself out to eat, going on dolo missions by yourself, doing things without telling any of your friends. You got the North Node in Libra in the 3rd house this time. You're gonna be pushed into situations, having to do things with others, do community work with others that you feel like holding you back. That South Node in Aries ain't no joke. That shit ain't no joke. Y'all some of the most individual people in the zodiac, South Node in Aries. So all your life you being pushed to work with others, to learn how to cooperate, to learn how to do group projects in school. You like, I know I could just body this shit by myself. Like, these niggas is, oh man, like, oh, and then you doing a group project with motherfuckers in school. Teachers like, all right now, everybody finish the do now and get into your groups. Once the teacher say get into your groups, you ready for dismissal. You ready for recess. As soon as the teacher say everybody get into the groups. Because as soon as y'all get into the groups, everybody's talking about how y'all about to work on things. You probably got a nature to make people feel incompetent, because you're gonna feel like this is how I would just do it by myself, so let's just do it like this. And then you're gonna manifest situations where you look mad selfish with the North Node in Libra. Everybody gonna look at you mad selfish, like, yo, this person always trying to dictate what goes on in the group work, in the community work, in the relationship. No, you a Libra North Node. You gonna have to learn to work and communicate with others, balance with us. You're going to have to learn, even though you feel like you know the best way how to do something in this group, make us feel included. When I'm dealing with people and I know I already have a hate-love relationship with Aries. I'm not going to lie. I either love or hate the Aries. It ain't no gray area. There's some Aries I can't fucking stand. And there's some Aries that inspire the fuck out of me. You feel me? But the North Node and South Node in Aries, y'all some tough cookies to deal with, because y'all don't give a fuck. Like, spiritually don't give a fuck. So y'all always gonna feel like the natural individual. And then we see North Node in Libra. You're gonna be told that you selfish, told that you too individual. You got to learn to make us feel included. You got to learn to make the group feel like you got to learn to be a team player. And then subconsciously, your individuality is going to end up shining because of how well you of a team player you are. Because of how much you brought to the team. You got to embrace that. But a lot of it is going to deal with your knowledge and wisdom. You're going to have to understand how to communicate and relate your knowledge and wisdom. You feel me? It may be South Node in the Aries in the 9th house. You have a lot of knowledge, a lot of innate knowledge and wisdom on how to build yourself up personally, on how to, a lot of knowledge and wisdom on individuality, okay? And a lot of things that people can personally apply to their lives. You got to learn how to interact that, relate that. You're going to be pushed into them situations to deal with it. But Chiron in this house, you could deal with a lot of hidden agendas in your familiar surroundings. Your adolescent stages, growing up, your neighborhood, it may not have been the most harmonious situation. May have had fucked up relationships with your siblings. You feel me? You always working on a relationship with your siblings in some type of way, maybe. or maybe your siblings is in and out the house, kind of have a detached relationship with them. Deal with all different type of transformative situations within your relationships early in life in your familiar surroundings. Probably got into fights in your neighborhood. Chiron in the third house and get brazy here. Chiron get brazy everywhere, but the third house deal with your local environment though, and how you learn to communicate. So Chiron here could go through so much bullshit early in life in the familiar environment that your communication style starts being a little fucked up, a little shaky, a little insecure, because you dealt with so much bullshit in your familiar surroundings. You dealt with bullshit with your own siblings. You dealt with bullshit with your close friends early in life. So now the way you even relate and connect to others is a little like, I ain't even trying to get too close to you. Now people working so hard to connect to you. So Chiron get a little shaky there. You got to make sure you heal the wounds in that type of perspective. Trying to eat, trying to be honest. There's a lot of questions. Goddamn, y'all. Venus and Virgo in the second house. You got Virgo in the Earth house. The second house deal with what we feel like we have, aka what type of creative endeavors, talents. What we could connect to the external realm or use to build in order to reach monetary gains. Okay, I'm gonna need to book you because my man's the TV hot. Yo, yeah, Remy, I appreciate you tapping in period all the time. So when you got earth signs in the second house, you're really going to be influenced to work the shit that you have. Okay? The thing about Virgo in this house, Virgo get very critical of what it feel like it has. It overthinks a lot of what it has in this house. Okay? It's going to develop a way to work on them and schedule them, and the plan, you got to make sure you don't change up your plans a lot. Mutable signs change up a little bit too much. Geminis, Sagittariuses, Virgos, Gemini, Sagittarius, but Pisces, y'all change up a little bit too much. All right, aka Pisces deal with so much different type of emotions. Pisces could know they love somebody Monday, hate the motherfucker guts Tuesday, want to make up Wednesday, just want sex Thursday, block the person Friday, put out a hit on Saturday, and call the hit off Sunday, and then just do that shit all over again. It's like, yo, Pisces, come on. Damn. So that's why I tell you, don't be fucking with the Pisces. All right? Because they could get evil. They could get turned into some little spiritual evil Knievils with your ass. And they water. Water is not the ones to play with. When you talking about they gonna make you deal with feelings you ain't want to feel. So water sign know how to throw a certain energy at you. AKA if you played the water sign, they know how to do something. When all signs deal with, this is another good topic. I gotta write it down. How all signs deal with revenge. Because I was supposed to go on live and talk about how all signs how all signs show that they over you in a breakup. But like when I do topics now, like when I look at the lives I was doing a couple weeks ago on the sex in the zodiac, I can't be freestyling shit like that no more. Cause it goes over time. I keep feeling like there's things that I'm missing. I have to be able to, when I'm doing certain topics, I gotta get back to writing things down, taking my notes. Them shits is 3 hours long. And they're in 2 parts. So I'm like, yo, I spent 3 hours on 6 signs? Niggas be in them comments. Motherfuckers are starting to put, more timestamps on my videos, but there's still some timestamps lacking for them videos. Somebody comment, I think a couple people commented on them shit today, like, come on, bro, no timestamps on this? I'm like, yo, bro, that's a 3-hour live, bro. I'm sorry, that's the most I can do. Just throw it up for you. So yeah, I'm gonna prep that. I'm gonna prep that probably for maybe not tomorrow, for like Monday. We might have to start the week with Monday. How the signs got how the signs is over you in the breakup. You feel me? So you don't even play yourself. So you don't even go back trying to get a little to get a little sneaky link. Don't even play yourself, because you're gonna feel stupid. All right. But how all signs deal with revenge, real quick, with the water signs, they water, so they deal with emotion. So whatever they do to get revenge is gonna be something that makes a feeling or emotion sit with you. AKA you'll break. Y'all already over it. The relation. They did what they did to get revenge with you. That was 6 months ago. You in a new relationship. 8 months ago. That was 8 months ago. You still feeling that shit. You still feel. You like, what type of fucking emotional hex this water sign put on me? Pisces. They'll say something to the new person you dating now and make the new person think something about you. Now you got to deal with that in your relationship. They're going to throw a vibe into your life that you have to deal with if they being real spiteful. And Pisces can be very spiteful. Very spiteful. If they really feel like you took advantage of their emotions, if like you really genuinely hurt this Pisces, if they don't really have something around them to talk them into not jumping into that spiteful energy, and they just have to be to their emotions to themselves, oh man, the shit that they come up with is gonna fuck you up. You don't want that. You don't want that. Cancer, you don't want that. Scorpio, like, y'all don't want to fuck with the water signs on that type of tip. Earth signs, when they get revenge, it's gonna be something you have to realistically deal with. They're gonna may affect your workplace, your career life. They deal with reality. Do something to your bank account. You can't get your bank accounts don't work no more. You can't get no crazy shit. Like, they're gonna affect your reality in some type of way. Get somebody to scam you. It's deep shit. You feel me? Is Earth. They're not gonna feel like it's revenge if it's not something that you gotta deal with in reality now. Don't let an earth sign, don't be in a toxic situation with an earth sign. Fellas, if y'all in a toxic situation with an earth woman right now, don't get her pregnant. It's over. That's your child now. That's your new reality. Don't try to talk her out and not keeping it, that's your child. Your reality, I'm in your reality forever now, motherfucker. You can't change this. Child support, motherfucker. That's it. Reality change. Reality done up. That's it. So y'all can't be, we too old to be playing with people, guys. We ain't 18, 19, 20, 21. I mean, some of y'all in y'all early 20s, I don't know, but we grown, y'all. We grown. Air signs. They'll fuck up something with your relationships, or they'll communicate something that will live in your mind forever. They will communicate something. They'll see, when you're already dealing with air signs, when y'all dating air signs, they already knowing the things that they could say to you that could just fuck your whole shit up by default. So this is why some people that get into relationships with air signs, y'all be scared to even argue with your own partner sometimes. If you dealing with an air sign, if you dating an air sign, or if you dated an air sign before, you may have told them like, no, because the shit you be saying when we be arguing and be fucked up, you probably told them that before. And they're like, and they act like they're like, oh well, I had to tell you that shit. You pushed me there to say that shit. I didn't want to say that shit. So the shit they gonna say something to you that live in your mind forever that you can't even mentally function for real. You get into your next relationship, they say something to you like, air sign communicate some shit to you like, they'll just it's not even about what they said. It's how they say it. It's how they say it. You'll be like, I can't believe I was loving this person for 3 years and they fixed their lips to say that to me when we was breaking up. And now you always thinking about that shit. Now you get into your next relationship, you thinking your next partner has now you in your next relationship and your partner saying all type of sweet shit to you, communicating to you, treating you like a queen, like a king, and you just thinking in your head, the fact that the air sign placement said something so crazy to you like that at the end, you can't even trust your people in new relationships no more. Cause now it's like all this shit just go in one ear and out the other. You gotta do so much shadow work to feel like yo, this new partner can't just say some crazy shit to you after being in love for a couple of years or whatnot. You start getting numb to all the sweet shit they saying to you. Or they just do some real spiteful shit with your relationships. They alter your relationship life in some type of way. A real spiteful air sign. You feel me? Could spread a nasty rumor. Or if you was in a relationship with this, if you, right, facts questioning. Yo, we got intuitive queen in the building. We got intuitive queen. Yeah, if y'all not tapped in, if we got 30 people in the chat, 32 people, 34 people here, all of y'all need to be tapped into intuitive queen. I don't know what y'all doing if y'all not. Y'all Leo, so she a Leo, so y'all know she gonna be she consistent with her shit. I just be looking at intuitive queen like, oh, she don't miss a day. them fixed signs is consistent, man. I'm like, god damn, intuitive queen do not miss a day, enlightening us with some shit, and her shit is gonna be entertaining on top of it. You know we love some entertainment with our gems, all right? So y'all make sure y'all tapped in. Hope you enjoying your season. So the air signs, this is what they really do that's gonna be fucked up. There's gonna be something, if you're dating an air sign long term, obviously guys, when you're dating people for long term, there's certain things that this person learns about you. There's certain things that only this person gonna know about you, or only the people that only this person and your past partners may know. So if you're dating an air sign, all them insecurities, things that the rest of the world don't know about you, a spiteful air sign gonna get that message out in the world. Go get that message out in the world. Say some real fucked up shit. Communicate some shit on Facebook. Air signs be spiteful, man. And then who I left out? Fire signs. Fire signs is gonna transform you in some type of way, cause it's fire. Fire can burn bridges. Fire signs detach, but fire. If I light this on fire, it's gonna transform. So their element can project energies into your life where how you deal with the feelings and emotions is gonna get transformed. A fire sign might burn a series bridge for you. So it's like. Let's say, okay, let's say you was dating this fire sign in high school, right? Let's say this was your twin flame, this was your, all of that. Lost your virginity to them, right? And right before motherfuckers start picking what school, I think your junior year, you start applying to what colleges you want to go to and shit, or maybe early senior year, I don't remember. But let's say you got great grades, like you a 4.0 student, so you damn near could get into anything. You can get into Harvard, you can get anywhere. Fire sign will fuck that opportunity up for you if you play them. You play them at prom. You done had this fire sign invested, and then you like, I don't want to be with you no more. And I'm going with what's the name to prom. Oh shit. Just you should have just moved when you did that. You should have just waited after prom, or you should have just waited till you was already in another campus and you got to college. They gonna do something where you can't even make it to college no more. They gonna do some other shit. They gonna transform your shit. And the thing about fire signs, they don't be realizing what they did. Like they might not realize the impact of what they doing themselves, because they so futuristic. They're visionaries. So if they see something, they act on it. Think later. Fire signs and air signs, we act now, think later. I know air is dealing with the intellect and thoughts, but we masculine, so we rationalize that shit a little later. But definitely fire signs, water signs, and earth signs, They gonna process some shit, plan some shit first. But like, yeah, fire sign are just like I don't know, like I'm just trying to come up with, I've been trying to make the best examples. Like, they're gonna do something that you is like, even when they realize what they did, they may realize like it's gonna make it's first, it's gonna take them a while to even realize how crazy what they did was, because they don't live in the past. They keep it pushing. They on and going. All right. So the fire sign is just gonna do something that's just like, they gonna burn the bridge that you really needed. If you a hustler and you just found the plug that was about to change your life, they gonna fuck the plug up for you. They gonna burn that bridge. They gonna light your house on. They gonna light your house on fire in the esoteric way. So there's gonna be something that fire sign snatches out your life with it when they leave. They taking something with they basically facts. They burning your house in an esoteric way. So it's something that they taking. It's like, oh hell no, you're not just snatching love and emotion from me and being all and you all good. But we talking about spiteful energies. We talking about not just if you break up with these signs. We talking about if you did the grinding and they feel like they got to jump into getting revenge. He's like, I can't really say who's the craziest one, because they all could get crazy. But honestly, the way I think about it, I might be biased and say earth signs because I'm a Cap Moon and I care about my reality. I care about making money in Korea. And I know an earth sign gonna fuck a lot of shit up for me. Like an earth sign, if I was dating an earth sign and they did something toxic, they're gonna do something that changes how I come on live and do what I do. Like, they gonna fuck up my career. They gonna fuck shit up like that. To the point I probably gotta work to get y'all respect back or get y'all honesty, y'all trust back or some shit. It's like, yeah, that bitch ass nigga ain't gonna get booked for no fucking readings. When you drop merch and shit, ain't nobody jacking none of that shit. Bitch ass nigga. Like, earth signs gonna do you like that. So I don't know. That's a little scary thinking about that shit. It's a little scary. Yeah, they all bad. They all bad when it comes to revenge. It's like, I can't even rank that shit. I'll probably go no order top 5 signs. I'll go no order. I'll go Cancer. I don't want to play no games with them when it comes to revenge. I'm not playing no games with no Cancer. I might not. What they do, I might not even be able to feel the right way again. That should sound like a song. I might not be able to feel again. Listen, do y'all see how 50 Cent is? Look at Ja Rule can't go to sleep without thinking about 50 Cent. Ja Rule can't go to sleep. Ja Rule can't walk in the mall without us. We can't see a post of Ja Rule and not think of 50 Cent. It's just he altered the whole life. That's it. Even when Ja Rule do successful shit, we think about his lowlights. Cancers deal with memory and the past. So the 50 Cent a Cancer son. So the light and the subconscious energy he threw on Ja Rule's legacy always brings us back to the past of that shit. Ja Rule could make a big fucking deal right now, hit the Forbes list, drop the most fire comeback album. All we gonna be thinking about is like, man, you should have did this when you was beefing with 50. Oh my God, son. Cancers, y'all some motherfuckers when y'all on y'all bullshit. I don't want no problem. So Cancers is up there. That's one. No order. This is the last thing I'm gonna break down and I'm out of here. Aries. I don't want revenge from an Aries. I don't want to experience that. Aries and Scorpios. I don't want no parts of that shit. Because Aries, once again, they get red. They black out. The revenge might just be me dying. That might just be the revenge. They're going to kill me. Aries and Scorpio. They're going to transform me like that. Ain't no transforming. Ain't no transformation in this lifetime, bitch. Your whole life, this lifetime is done transformation. Nigga, it's spiritual transformation time. It's next body time, bitch. That's the way they gonna transform a motherfucker. They gonna make you not wanna, a Scorpio revenge gonna make you not wanna live no more. If you talking about revenge from a Scorpio, now they actually might be number one. They actually might be number one. Because they come from that realm. They come from the realm of dealing with hidden agendas. Scorpios have to train themselves not to be in that energy. Not to be in such a manipulative, dark, toxic energy. The substance of Scorpio in the 8th house is toxic itself. So Scorpios, this is why they're so guarded. This is why they read people when people are coming into their life. Because they need you to understand that they not regular. They need you to understand shit ain't sweet here. And I don't want you thinking connecting to me is something that's just a walk in the park. I come with a certain intensity. So I have to read you. Aries is dealing with Mars energy, but they're dealing with first house energy. So they're not deep and dark like the Scorpio. They're as powerful, but the Scorpio bring you to a dark realm. Make you feel like you don't want to live no more. Because your life is dark now. So I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't want to be suicidal after what they do to me. Scorpio gonna do something that make you suicidal. It's gonna do something that's transformative and something that makes you want to transform yourself. They're gonna do something that make you want to transform your goddamn self. Like, you know what? How old am I? I'm 36. It's been a cool run. It's been alright. 36 years. I mean, the last 3 years I was some crazy shit dealing with that Scorpio. But I think I'm alright. I think I don't need to see 37. After what this Scorpio just did to me, I'm pretty sure the next lifetime, I'm take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. That's what the Scorpio gonna have you singing. That's what the Scorpio gonna have you singing. You're going to be in counseling. You're going to be in therapy. Your relationship life is dead. You can never be healthy in a relationship again. They're going to make sure that a real spiteful Scorpio that is trying to execute its plan perfectly, it's a transformation you can't really come back from. At least the fire sign transforms you, like I said, and it's like, damn, you looking at it like, all right, fuck it, I can't get into Harvard no more. Like, I'll start this business, so let me do that, or let me go on with my life. Scorpio just gonna make your life just dark. So we got Cancer, Scorpio, Aries. Aries is just, they might just kill you. They might just kill you. They gonna do something to your head area. Aries rule the head. You may develop a new scar. If it's an Aries in jail, $150 coming. You know they deal with razors and cutting niggas in jail. Don't fuck with no Aries nigga in jail. You got a $150 on the way. All right, your face and everything gonna be different. Shave your eyebrows off while you sleeping and shit. Shave you bald and shit. You just put some substance in your fucking head. You can't fucking grow no shit back. Feel me? But Aries is gonna do something that's just like, it's gonna do something that they gonna look back in life like, damn, I did that. Like damn, that was, oh well, I was in the moment. They some in the moment ass motherfuckers. So that's the thing about Aries, like, it's the I am. So it's like, what we doing right now? How we get active right now? So you really want to give them, you do them dirty, you really want to just flee. Because your best chance is not being around them while they in the moment. You better hope they cool down. I just don't. Yeah, the Aries. I ain't dealing with that type of Mars energy and shit. I ain't dealing with Scorpios and Aries. I'm good off that. And then the last two, Virgo and Pisces. Cancer. So we got all the water signs. I was gonna say the water signs for real. So we got Cancer, Scorpio,
Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Virgo. Virgo, because they deal with is Earth, so it's going to change your reality. It's going to be something that affects your nervous system forever. You're never going to be able to be relaxed about anything in your damn life ever again. It's going to be something, once again, you have to deal with it in reality. And it's going to be so strategical, you're not going to see it coming. They may make you even feel like they're not being spiteful. They may make you feel like to lure you into the trap. I ain't fucking with no Virgo being spiteful. Even if I'm dealing with a Virgo or some shit, like you gotta let them go gracefully. You gotta let them go gracefully. You gotta hit them with the let's just, I don't want to be with you, but let's just be friends. Like, you gotta hit them with that shit. Don't do no toxic shit to a Virgo, man. Especially if they was like super in love with you already. Don't let it be like a Virgo, like, oh man, don't let it be a Virgo that was like already like super in love with you. Yeah, they saw them living the rest of their life with you, or like y'all about to build a family, or y'all got a kid on the way. They thought y'all was gonna get married, and then you just tell them out of nowhere before, like, y'all been engaged for 8 months or some shit for a year, and then they like, yo, why we not getting married? Like, why we been engaged for so long? And then you tell them, yeah, I'm in love with somebody else. Oh man, you should have just called the engagement off and did your thing, and then made your relationship public 2 years later. Why you thought being honest? Some sides you can't even be honest with, because that's the wrong thing to do. Like, you thought being honest with the Virgo about you loving somebody else was a good thing. With them having their heart, with them not experiencing true appreciation and love their whole life, and then you gave it to them and snatched it from them. You gave them the ultimate potential of something they probably thought they wasn't going to reach, and then you snatched it from them. Just know something in that, the girl that you just told them that I'm in love with, something is about to be altered about that situation. You're not going to be able to marry her or deal with her with the way you thought. You thought you were going to break up with the Virgo and just be smooth going with the new chick. They going to alter the reality of that. They going to alter the reality with that in some type of shape or form. Or just do something where you can't even function in that relationship realistically. You feel me? So what's the best sign to date? That's different for everybody. Be honest with the Gemini. Geminis is a little schemy motherfuckers too when they want revenge. They a little schemy. They might not know how to hide it that good as Virgos. They're not gonna know how to hide it that good. Virgos is gonna. Matter of fact, like yeah. Gemini is more impulsive than the Virgo. Geminis can be very impulsive, so they may express certain things and do certain things if they're not able to shift back into their other twin to hide it quick enough. They may express and do certain things to let you know that they're in spiteful mode. They're in revenge mode. All right? Tupac was a Gemini. So, y'all see how adamant he was when he got out of jail. It wasn't like, no, I'm trying to be low and strategical with my revenge. He's like, I'm out for niggas. I don't give a fuck. I'm out for niggas. I hope these niggas know. I hope Biggie and them know. I hope Puff and Bad Boys and them know I'm on their neck. That's the Gemini get bugged like that. So yeah, the Virgo is going to be more behind the scenes and strategical and move more tact. Both is scary though. So the Gemini, you know they on your ass. You know there ain't no hiding from it. Then the Virgo just going to learn. I'd rather get the Virgo because I'd rather deal with the Gemini because at least I could prepare myself for the Gemini. Like, damn, the Gemini about to be at this party. Y'all strapped up. You got your. All right, we in here. Let's make sure we make it out alive. The Virgo in the party. I mean, she ain't take it the best when I told her this shit and all that, but she be alright. Yeah, alright. She be alright. Let's go up in this party. We all good. Yeah, alright. You ain't gonna see it coming with the Virgo. You feel me? Too strategical. So yeah, the Virgos is scary. They gonna do something that really alter your reality, and if it's like some situation with you dating somebody else, they gonna fuck that up. They're gonna fuck that up. They're gonna send the new partner something that makes They're gonna send them. They're gonna send the partner, the person that you've been cheating with them, something to make you feel like, to make her or the person feel like, I don't want to deal with this motherfucker. Like something like that shit. So it's like, damn, what you thought being honest was the right thing. Feel me? So and then motherfucking Pisces. I already broke down Pisces. It's just evil Knievel time mixed with some spiritual shit. The water signs might be the worst. Like I said, they gonna do something to make you want to slit your wrists. They gonna do something to make you tell Father, I'm coming home. Like, how old am I? I'm 37. Like, I don't need a C38. I'm good. This is enough. This is enough. I want to start over. I need to get into a new body ASAP. Also, like this is Bruce Almighty shit. Like this. Y'all ever seen the movie Down to Earth with Chris Rock? Y'all need to see that movie. Y'all this is on some shit like that. You gonna be like talking to God like, yo, alright, I need it. What's up? Y'all got me in this body for, when am I supposed to die? Shit like that. You gonna ask God, when am I supposed to die? I really don't want to take myself out. But at least if you tell me, then I could kind of gauge what I should do, if I should wait or if I should just end this shit now. Because the way the water sign got me feeling, I can't feel no more. I don't got no emotion no more. They took all my shit. Like, if I can't connect and feel nothing or understand nothing, I don't got no waters, no vibes. I don't want to be here no more. So that's the top 5. But we're gonna get into that. That's a great one to get into. So it's gonna help. It's gonna help detox y'all. If any of y'all toxic, it's gonna help detox some of that shit out. Cause y'all gonna start looking at who y'all dating like, damn. Maybe I should cut my shit. Or maybe I should just, since I know I can't be faithful, since I know I can't move a certain way, since I know I'll be lying, since I know I can't, let me just gracefully bow out this and work on myself. So that might be one that saves a whole lot of individuals. Venus and Virgo in the second house. Venus is going to appreciate and be able to attract a lot of resources when it comes to what it's able to build in that second house. You know, the second house, once again, it's the I have. So self-esteem is pretty high in the second house, but self-esteem could be pretty fucked up in Virgo, though. Venus and Virgo has to learn to work on their self-esteem. A lot of us with Venus and Virgo right now, we're looking in the mirrors, looking at our self-esteem right now, guys. A lot of us are. A lot of us is looking in the mirror, seeing what we were, especially this weekend with the moon in Taurus. Especially with the moon in Taurus, because the moon is trining our Venus and Virgo. So the energies we've been dealing with yesterday and today got us emotionally connected to what we feel like, you know, what we should be investing time into with what we love, what we should be working on with what we love, what we feel capable of, putting more work into. We may have been doing that with our relationships a whole lot, all right? Seeing if our relationships is is an area where, like, we basically in the energy today that we've been, you guys may have dove into real emotional reflection on seeing how your self-esteem is being affected in your relationships. It's like, is this relationship building my self-esteem up or not? Venus and Virgo, Venus really deals with self-esteem, and when it gets into Virgo, it gets into a shaky place. It gets real critical of his self-esteem. It gets real critical of his love and his feelings and his relationships. And then we got Moon in Taurus right now. The Moon in Taurus is dealing with the our capabilities, what we feel like we're worth, our self-esteem. So yeah, we may have been in that energy heavy this weekend. All right. So it's great building with y'all, family. It's another one in the books. All right. I hope y'all continue to take the time to get situated. You know, be more strategical. I love a Earth Moon transit in the weekend because I feel like it helps to get us situated going into the week. Lastly, okay, to the Queen, Venus and Virgo in the 12th, all right? Venus and Virgo in the 12th. So you got Virgo in the 12th house. You real critical of your imagination and your dreams. But you're always trying to build a regimen, a schedule. You're always trying to subconsciously see how to work your dreams and imaginations into the physical realm. But you got Venus in here. Venus is exalted. It loves to be in the 12th house. So there's nothing in this house that you're going to feel like you can't connect to. You just got to make sure Venus and Virgo doesn't allow its overly critical ways to get in the midst of what you're trying to work into reality. You got to make sure you use that Mercury influence of Virgo in that 12th house to develop the ideas, all right, and to analyze how you deal with your imagination in the 12th house. Not think you out of ideas. And I already know you're not doing that because I see how you get to work. All right, we can see how big your imagination is just by how you showing it by the way you express your imagination, and we see your creativity. You feel me? On your page. So make sure you don't you allow yourself to be in leap of faith energy with Virgo in your 12th house. Virgo struggles being in leap of faith, and the 12th house is where, guys, last thing, when it comes to y'all 12th house, it don't matter what signs and planets y'all have there. That house is teaching us how to take a leap of faith. That house is teaching us how to say, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about results. The 6th house is where we're trying to get results and schedule and routine things, the opposite house. The 12th house is where we need to just take leaps of faith, jump into our imagination, jump into our creativity, and if we're in an illusion, we're in an illusion. But at least we got some experience, and now we know how to deal with something more efficiently. AKA Pisces. AKA this is what Pisces are doing. They're learning how to just take leaps of faith dealing with their shit. And they end up being in illusions a lot of the time. But fuck it. They creative, they imaginative, they show us how to deal with our creativity, they inspire us. They so creative that they're going to manifest illusions by default. They live in the dream realm. So it ain't no way to get around it. Even the successful Pisces, we look at them like they be in illusions at times. But we can't help but not see their creativity and their wisdom, right? So, yeah, that's how that plays out. Virgo in the 12th house, what you're going to have to take a leap of faith with Virgo in the 12th house is all the plans and ideas of how to work your imagination. That's where you may get real critical of it. You may have intuitively pick up on a way to regiment and schedule your creativity, your dreams and imagination. But once the idea could be perfect. The plan could be perfect. And it could take a little minute to take a leap of faith with that. You know? And you just got to let that shit flow. All right? So, y'all already know, gang. Y'all know the vibes. Holla at y'all tomorrow. Peace.